When you look at the catalogs, you'd imagine Daytona as a sunny, paradise-esque vacation spot. This is not quite what we have on hand today, as it is a cloudy afternoon here at the Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida. As a matter of fact, a thunderstorm is approaching, one that includes 42 800 horsepower engines running at maximum revs, roaring around this track 160 times. Yet the fans will not be taking cover, rather standing and cheering on the storm. Hello everybody and welcome to round 1 of the 2016 GT Planet Fantasy Series, the Daytona 400. Finally here. Joining me in the booth for the pre-race will be Clayton Hardy, and once that is said and done, Trobes29 will be joining both of us for flag-to-flag coverage of our take on the Great American Race. Clayton, how are you today?
Absolutely fantastic. There's very few things I think that can beat being here in Daytona, getting ready to watch 400 miles of absolutely all-out racing. It's been a long time coming, and I'm pretty sure that everything we're about to see is going to be well worth the wait.
I'm certainly hoping so. You see, we got our grid here on the grid right now. Everybody is in the pit lane, and look at those grandstands, absolutely packed right now. I mean, I'm not entirely sure if it's a sellout crowd, but it's sure a packed house right now. And that's good to see, because I know that the fans have been waiting for a while, the drivers have been waiting forever, and we're finally getting ready to get this thing underway. And it's been such a long time, and to be able to finally say we're here and we're ready to do it means, I mean, it's almost unreal. It's like a dream to actually be able to get this thing done, and that's saying a lot. But there have been so much misfortune and bad luck that it just seemed like we were never going to get this thing to go. But we're finally here, so and we've got a lot of new faces on the field and a lot of new changes to the cars and to the rules and teams and whatnot. But before we even get into any of that, what are you expecting to see here at Daytona?
I honestly, your guess is about as good as mine, I think. I expect a lot of impatience. I expect a lot of moves early on. Pack racing wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. So I don't know. I think early on it's going to be pretty chaotic, and then we're going to settle down to single and double file racing. And these restarts are going to be absolutely mental, I think, because everyone's kind of been off for a year. It's been at least
About that, yeah.
So I think everyone's going to have to go through and try to do a filling out process. A lot of fresh faces, a lot of new cars, and we haven't really been able to see how they do a long run. We've seen with the shootout, we've seen the duels, but those are very small in comparison to what we're getting ready to see. So it's a lot of uncharted water. I expect a lot of suspense, for sure.
Yeah, I think suspense is probably one of the key words today. I mean, we look back right now from our pace car at the starting grid. It's worth noting that both of those drivers on that front row are in their first ever start at not only at Daytona, but in the GT Planet Fantasy Series. You got Vetman24 getting Audi their first pole in their first race, and then you've got Jordan up on that outside line. Yes, that Jordan, the webmaster Jordan of GT Planet, the host of this, and it's pretty cool because that's what Daytona's all about. You never know what you're gonna get when you come here, and I think Daytona really sums up this series so well because everybody is so. I mean, they're almost identical in terms of performance. It's just so hard to get an edge here. But you're at Daytona, so anyone can have that edge. And when you have two rookies on the pole, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. You think of all the fresh faces. It seemed almost as if it was more or less a guarantee we were going to get some new faces up front. I don't think we were expecting them to dominate what they have so far in Speed Weeks, but I can't complain. It's been entertaining to watch, and it's only going to get better from here. Now we've got all 42 on track at once.
Yeah, and we have actually 17 rookies and 6 drivers, be it excluding Angel from the Concept Cup. Remember, of course, Angel filling in for Furinkazin after that horrifying crash in round 15 last year. Furinkazin has made a full recovery, but has left the stock car scene to pursue touring cars, and that
He's not necessarily the only one.
no, I mean, a lot of people have left for different series, but there are quite a few that have stuck around. But it is worth noting, there are going to be a whopping 23 drivers here making their first Daytona 400 start. That is a big number, and it might seem as if, oh wow, a lot of people bailed over the off season. But I mean, it was the first season, and there's gonna be a lot of rough patches. But there are still a lot of drivers. If 23 drivers are new, that still means we have a good 19 that stuck around,
Yeah. Yeah, but it also should be mentioning that, time doesn't lie. It's been 2 years. But and it also doesn't lie that, yeah, sure, people may have left, but just as many ran into the series.
Yeah, we still have a full grid.
So it's not like oh we're underfielded or whatever. It's still pretty full. We still had to turn people away.
Yeah. Actually, Davis, the only DNQ for today's race. So we have 43 cars, 2 part-timers.
And then there were others that were interested in it. So
yeah, plenty of other people that just there wasn't enough room.
So yeah, I mean, the new faces doesn't bother me. It's only going to bother me if there's not enough new faces to cover those that are leaving. But I haven't seen that being a problem. And I think that some of the faces, I think, will be consistent faces, not only in this series, but I think up near the front.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, you look right there. You've got a lot of yellow bumpers at the front of the field, and a lot of people from Concept Cup that are in the front of the field. It is worth noting, right off the bat, though, Turbo Snail, our champion last year, is not here. He moved series, he also went for the touring car and open wheel route. He said, it's time to move, and he got out of there, and it's kind of disappointing to see him not be here to fight for a secondary title, but it's going to be interesting because it means we are guaranteed to have a new champion this year.
Oh, absolutely. You think about the people that made the chase last year and then lost to Turbo Snail. You think about Michelin has a chance at redemption, I guess, against a lot new talent. And personally, in my opinion, nothing to take away from those that raced last year, but I think there's a lot better talent. Last year, I think there was people that you definitely could say, yeah, they're a back marker. Whereas you can't necessarily say that now. Everyone's well fielded and everyone's got a lot of manufacturer support in some shape or form. So I think, aside from maybe a couple people, I think everyone's got a shot at winning something this year. Unfortunately, there's only 36 races, and I'm almost certain that people are going to win more than once. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see who makes it to that chase once we get to about round 26.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, if you're wondering, oh god, a chase, it's not anything like what you're seeing in the Sprint Cup series and all that. It is what would you call it, Clayton? I'd call it a traditional chase.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it. It's not the win and you're in. You've got to actually put up consistent numbers to be in the top 12. I
Yeah,
think top 12, I believe, is the
yep, it
number. But
is. It is top 12. We're basically running 2011.
the I would say the original chase, but yeah,
Yeah, the original chase. The reason with the original chase, it's basically we're not scoring 5 points for every position. We're scoring 1 point for every position, and it's last year you didn't even get bonus points for winning. You
yeah.
had to consistently place over and over, and a lot of people were kind of oh well, wins don't really mean that much. They still mean quite a lot. And it's yet to be 100% decided, but most of the officials have agreed 45 points to the winner, 42 to second, or so on and so forth.
Minus bonus points, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of a good balance because it makes it so that if you win one race, you're not going to leapfrog over 11 people. But if you win one race, you're probably going to do a little bit better than somebody who consistently, if you win 3 straight races, only being 3 points ahead of somebody who finishes second 3 times is kind of it's not very rewarding. And I
So
think that
basically, anyone that wins over Goofy Tyler.
yeah, but I think we saw that though. There are people who just they wouldn't push as hard. They didn't want to risk it because it's only 1 extra point. Yeah, you want to win, but there is a lot of points racing going on toward the end of the year, and a lot of people were thinking second place is just 1 less point. It's not going to be a huge difference if, and it usually a point is a big difference, but it's going to force drivers that are sitting in second place, a second behind, hey, that's 3 points right there. That's I need those points.
I also find it interesting how the series is adopting that because it's seen elsewhere. You think about IndyCar for a second. Winner gets 50 points. There's a 10-point gap to second just automatically without bonus points, which is crazy. You think about Formula One, which is I think a 7-point gap between first and second. So yeah, the emphasis on the wins is definitely welcome. I think it makes it to where it's more than just it's just a win. I mean, I can't imagine them thinking, oh, it's just a win anyway. But now it's like, okay, that's win and an added insurance that I'm going to make the chase this year.
Exactly, and I personally feel like that's a lot better way to go about it than having this win and you're in automatically thing, because you need to be consistent throughout the whole year to call yourself a champion, and wins are going to help that.
I don't know, I find the only reason I would find the win and in be interesting was if we had more than 16 winners. That would be hilarious to watch. I think the final few races.
Yeah,
because
we had a lot of winners last year. Yeah. I don't know the exact number, but we had, I'm sure, more than 16 winners last year.
Yeah, very few won more than once. Frankenstein being one of them. I remember that.
Yeah, he actually held on to his points lead a whole round later, at round 16. So, I mean, it's gonna be a lot better, I think, because there's a lot more organization. People know what's going on better, and I think the points are a lot more refined. There are not bonus points for leading laps still. It's still a matter of go up there and do your best to win the race. And I think that's a good format. If you go up there, lead a lap, get a bonus point, that's cool. But I feel like not having that cushion there makes it so that you are constantly on edge trying to win the race. And I really do like how the points are looking. I mean, it's still the same from second all the way back down. Last place gets 2 points. Second place gets 42 points, but 45 to the winner. I think this is going to be it's going to be really interesting to see how that works. And with the fact that you only get 1 bonus point for every win when you do reset for the chase, it's going to be really interesting. Heading into those final races.
Yeah, it's gonna be especially interesting if people win more than 3 or 4 times, because that's a good, that's a nice little buffer that could mean a lot coming to Homestead.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you win 4 races, you have 4 bonus points. If that gap maintains, you finish second, guy in front of you finishes first, you win it by 1 point. And
Yep.
you'll be thanking your crew for every single race you won right there. I mean, and it wasn't a walk away battle last year either.
No.
We had about realistically 2 or 3 people in the championship, but mathematically we had about 4 or 5 people that could have won that championship going into Homestead. And that's more than your challenger round and your championship round where you only get 4 people to chase. It was hectic. Michelin, just absolute disappointment. He was one of the favorites to win it and got taken out in an accident early, and his day was over, and so was his season right there. And unfortunately for him, it has not really been an easy couple of weekends here with the shootout and the duels.
No, it hasn't. In fact, we saw earlier that he's kind of just occupying the back of the field right now.
Him and Niku Driver HC both fell off the pace in their respective duels. Finished way off the pace. They were the only cars that lost the draft in both of their duel races. So, but that doesn't mean a whole lot at Daytona, you know.
Yeah, that just means that, hey, we've got a car. We don't have to worry about our car being demolished or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see if anybody's going to play it safe, let me ride in the back and let these guys work it out. I have no idea what we're going to be seeing. We got a decent idea. We saw a lot of 3 wide, but now that it's actually race day, I think that it's maybe going to be a little calm early on, but I've been wrong before.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be calm. I think it's going to be chaos. I'm personally expecting some 4 wide racing. I expect someone to try it.
I think, yeah, I'm sure someone's gonna try it, but
I don't see it working out. I see the tri-oval being a mess at least once, but you know, it's Daytona. Go big or go home, or go big and go home.
Yeah, both. But
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing about the Daytona 400. It's one of the most pretentious races of the entire year, and it's the first one. So you don't think about points. If you points race in the Daytona 400, I'm sorry, but you're stupid. You can't think about that.
The only reason you should be points racing. The only reason you should be points racing is if you're winning. If you're not, then it doesn't matter.
Because the only way that you're gonna walk out of this race with the points lead is if you win.
Yeah. One thing I don't think has been covered yet, but you know, Raffle Waffle won one of them several cars that one of the several drivers that went off to touring car racing.
Yep.
He's not here to defend the Daytona 400, so we're going to have a guaranteed new winner.
There, yeah.
So I'm interested to see exactly who's going to take home the large trophy at the end of the day.
Well, you see from the camera shot we're looking at right now, those 2 cars in the back row, or the second row right there, they already brought home a trophy this weekend. They won the Gatorade duels. Of course, you see Samurai Juice. He's won now twice. He's won at Daytona. And then, of course, NASCAR Fan 1400 won the Howladega 360. So both of them very seasoned restrictor plate racers, showing that they haven't lost a whole lot over the offseason.
Yeah, you look at row 3, the second Audi of, I believe, 3 in the field of Tired Iron, and then Silverwing, the teammate to NASCAR Fan 1400, sitting there on the outside. It'll be interesting to see how those two work out, because that KNNS Motorsport team, that's a hot mess right now.
We have 4 Audis in the field though, but yeah, might as well go ahead and walk right into that. As you mentioned, that new manufacturers made their way through, and it's not in a Concept Cup. There will not be a Concept Cup this year because we have a full field right off the bat.
Yeah.
Gonna go ahead and mention what there's 2 new manufacturers, but there's some differences to some of the cars. Of course, Chevy stayed relatively the same. Ford stayed the same. Toyota, the new 2015 body is on that race car. The Fords are still running the older body.
The race car.
The race car right there, yeah. We have the Audis. We have 4 Audis in the field, and I believe it's 5 Hondas? 3 Hondas.
No, it's 3.
3 Hondas.
Because there's one that DNF'd.
Yeah.
Not DNF, DNQ.
DNQ'd, yeah. But there's 3 Hondas in this field right now, and they are some very nice looking race cars.
Yeah. The Honda Accord, you think about I don't remember what the Audi body's based off of, but
I
want to say the A4.
Yeah, I think that would seem about right. I don't.
I'm
There
not.
might be a badge on the back. No, there is no badge on the back. I'm not entirely sure, but
It's just an Audi.
yeah.
Who cares? It's an Audi. It's going to win something.
And then of course Pontiac getting an overhaul for the better. Look at that race car. That is that is an amazing. That is about the most menacing Pontiac I've ever seen.
Yeah, it looks like it's about to breathe fire. And
Well, let's hope it doesn't. But
I'm going to go Jurassic Park.
but that is Whitetail. He's returned. He's actually teammates now with the other Pontiac last year in the Conference Cup.
In last row.
But yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I now that we're in the back of the field, I think it's going to be interesting watching how the back of the field works together, because this is absolutely disastrous. You think about Jaji, you think about Leighton Hardy, you think about this row right here. This is an atomic explosion waiting to happen, and right in front of it too.
Teammates or not, it's pretty
three
sketchy.
Three of the five female drivers right here. I think about Red Dragon in the 67. Believe that's Geragini in the 30.
Yep, that's Geragini holding on to that Hot Wheels sponsorship.
And then you've got Angel and Kuni Kinoshita
teammates
sitting
somehow.
Yeah, teammates. Not so much willingly at this point. When they signed it, everything was fine and peachy, but that's since gone away. So, and then everyone behind it, you think about Skython and the 11. You think about Clayton Hardy and the 33. Of those four, three of them are rookies. Angel's the only one that's made a start previously, and that was when she replaced Farungazen after Indy.
This is all of them. This is their first 400.
Yeah. I think about Skython and the only Dodge, the Dodge Dart. Then you look, I think, a row back. I think we're on board with Clayton Hardy right now. Looking through the camera angles, I guess. Good to see that they're all working.
Yeah, I was trying to get up there and
you see
show you.
Row behind him, right behind him is what I was looking for. It's Duststone and Audi Man 2011.
Something I want to point out about Duststone. We saw him. This is his second full-time season.
Yeah.
I am really impressed with Duststone's development over the last year. He was good on the road courses, if he caught some good luck. But he has improved a lot on the ovals, and I say that even though he's fourth row for the back, but
that doesn't mean much.
Yeah, Daytona I wouldn't even call an oval. I call it a crapshoot, because that's what it is. If you're looking for a meme machine, it's here. The Dodge Dart. You can read that front end and make of that what you will. But that is our only Dodge in the field. We actually forgot to mention them. That's how irrelevant they apparently are.
Yeah, I also remember why I said that there were, I think, five. I think I said 5 Audi. No, I said 3 Audi instead of 4.
Instead of 4, yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting seeing Skython. I mean, with Skython you can expect something unique, I would say. Never a dull moment.
He has a lot of potential, though. You know.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think everyone's got a little bit of potential. I mean, I'm not going to take what we see here as a true comparison.
No. Wait until Watkins Glen and then Auto Club, which are our next 2 races.
Yeah.
I think that's when you can really get a good bearing of, okay, who has the oval thing a bit better, who has the road course thing better, who's going to excel where. But, you know, it's Daytona. You cannot gauge anything from Daytona, especially since this was right after the duels. Some of these people qualified way up in the field, but had a bad race. So,
and there's some people that purposely started in the back. So
yeah, exactly. So I mean, you can't say that, oh wow, Michelin and Niku lost the draft. I honestly think they might have done that on purpose.
Might have been, yeah, deliberate.
To see, okay, if pit stops are coming soon, you know, if we drop out somehow, can we pit early, leapfrog them somehow? I think there's a lot of strategy going on. There's a lot more strategy than a lot of people would think.
I hate pulling Eddie Cheever, but it really is practice for the 400.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can say that. Yeah, you can say that because that's what the duels are. They're the warm-up for the 400.
So
And
it's going to be interesting to see how pit strategy works out now that everyone kind of knows, like, okay, this is how far we can go. How
yeah,
far do we want to go?
each
Um,
each duel featured one pit stop, and there was not a single caution flag in either. So
yeah, you don't expect that today. Don't.
yeah, I highly doubt that. 20 cars, sure, you can do that, but put
42. Yeah.
42 out there, double your field. Oh dear.
If you're expecting to have a green flag race, prepare to be disappointed. If you expect to have 42 cars finishing this race, prepare to be disappointed.
We
I
are
don't see.
getting word that they are going to begin the national anthem in a few moments. So when that happens, we'll both go ahead and bring you to trackside for that, but not yet. Just getting word right now, though, from trackside that is what's going on. So festivities are. I mean, if they're already doing the national anthem, we're getting ready to go.
Yeah.
it's go time.
Looking at Mr. Second Place, Goofy Tyler, and then Scuderia Lucas, sitting in row number 4 behind Race
Both of
Car
them.
and Suzumiya.
Both of them championship contenders.
Yeah, both of them in the chase. I look back to Doodle and BK Glover behind them. That's row 5.
In fact, Goofy Tyler finished second in the championship. So if you want to root for somebody to defend and pick up where they left off, it's this guy. And
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to go on a tangent here because anybody who's just now discovering this series, you have to feel for that number 19 car. He has more second place finishes, I think, than any driver that's actually won a race as well. But he has never brought home the W. Never.
Reminds me of Armory Digital.
Yeah.
So much, where
Yeah,
he basically he led the second pack all the way up through the field and finished second.
And he is such a great restrictor plate racer because of that. It's because of that that so many drivers in this field. You look at BK Glover, who won that race. Those two are side by side coming to the line.
Yeah.
A lot of drivers here that this is their second season put a lot of trust behind that white and carbon fiber car because they know that if they're behind Goofy Tyler, he'll take them to the front. He did it in the duels. He was in the secondary pack in the duels after they pit. He brought them. If they had 5 more laps, Goofy Tyler would have probably won the race. So he is definitely shown he has a lot of skill here, and he's a single car team.
Yeah, he's an independent entry.
And, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, if you're race car, if you're Doodle, you're in a fantastic position right now because you've got probably one of the greats right now in the field, right there with you. And at the same time, it also could be bad news because if someone up front gets a little nervous and wrecks it, then oh boy.
I'm gonna be honest. If I have to pick somebody to root for more than anybody, it's got to be Goofy Tyler. This guy needs a break. He needs to win. Because it's been such a long time coming. I think he probably had at least 7 second places, including the championship. For the sake of keeping the meme going, perhaps let's not have him win, but I think he deserves it more than maybe more than anybody in the field right now.
Yeah, you've kind of made your pick. I mean, we do this in IndyCar, and I've lost tremendously. Thanks, Catamount.
I can't make a choice. I don't think any of us can make a choice for the championship yet.
No, I think it's smart enough to just do it race by race. The championship thing is what's making me do a shot of Tabasco sauce. I'm not going to enjoy that. So I think this race, I'm going to go with a rookie. I'm going to go with a rookie simply because there's a lot of them to pick from. The odds are in my favor. I'm going with Amaterasu.
Good choice. I think that's an excellent choice.
I was conflicting between Angel, Amaterasu, and then Jaji. But Jaji and Angel, well, Angel doesn't have all the experience. She's made 1 or 2 plate starts. And she hasn't done necessarily well. Plate tracks aren't her forte. Jaji is probably one of the unluckiest people at plate tracks. He's good at them. He's able to charge through the field. He's like Goofy Tyler in the fact that he's able to charge through. And he does that more than just the plate tracks. He's done that at the 1.5 miles before, where he's just come from the back and just.
Oh yeah, he was a championship contender as well. I mean,
yeah, but Amaterasu is probably I think one of the oldest people in the field right now. And there's so much experience with her. She's not going to be overly aggressive. She's not going to be, there's 3 wide. I'm going to try to slip in between a crack here. She's going to wait. She's going to be patient. But she's got the experience to make her way forward. Even if she's never started a stock car race, she's done the Daytona thing before.
Yeah.
She's done the stock car thing, but she's done the super speedway thing before. If she's in a car, she can win. And I think with a crapshoot, I think there's no better way to prove that at 28 years old, that experience does count here.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent choice. I've seen a lot out of her from the open wheel leagues, and it seems like anything she gets into, and even remotely cares about, she does a fantastic job.
Yeah, and as I said, she's really done everything. Motorcycle racing, open wheel. She had a forte in rallying. Stock car racing, as she's in now. Le Mans, she's won Le Mans. What better way to top it off? I mean, you went to Daytona. She's got them all. Then she's won everywhere.
And very quickly, before we go and cut away for the national anthem and all the pre-race ceremonies here, it's worth noting, looking at the side here, you see Goodyear Eagles still on these race cars. Interesting thing about this, Goodyear's contract, basically what the officials at GT Plant Fantasy Series has told Goodyear, this is your last chance. And it's funny that's what happens. They're guaranteed to be in this race and Watkins Glen. But if they fail, if they are in the eyes of the Fantasy Series stewards, if they are seen as just not doing what they have promised they would do, there is not going to be a definitive idea who the next tire sponsor is. And it will be mid-season. GT Plant Fantasy Series has made that painfully clear. You could be racing Goodyear Eagles this week and next week, but we could have Yokohamas. I mean,
we could be using the Firestone Firehawks.
Yeah, I mean, and that would probably be a great idea to go into Auto Club, a track with so much load on the tires. But Goodyear has promised that they are going to pick up the ball in these next 2 races, and I personally have a little bit of faith in them for once. One time I'm putting a little bit of faith into Goodyear, it's today. They have a brand new compound, a harder compound. The tires will take a while to wear. This is what they're saying. We don't know for sure. It's different from the dual race. So we'll see what happens. We're just gonna have to see what happens. Looking at the side of SBX's beautiful race car, teammates with Suzumiya, and any last thoughts from you, Clay, before we cut away for pre-race ceremonies?
New season, a lot of new faces. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this one's going to unfold. There's so many new variables that make this so exciting. Can't wait.
All right, well, I can't either, and I don't think the fans or the drivers can any longer. We're getting word from trackside here. Gonna go down, give you the starting lineup after we come back. Trobes will be in the booth with us, and we will go flag to flag coverage. But first, the national anthem and the command to start engines. Today's national anthem is to be played by Joe Satriani, all on guitar.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome your Grand Marshals, 17-year veteran of the Daytona Beach Fire Department, Victor Ireland, EMT with Volusia County EMS, David Aiken, Deputy with Volusia County Sheriff's Office, Brett Whitson, and Officer with Daytona Beach Police Department, Ryan Forrest.
Drivers, start your engines!
Yeah, I wouldn't go too hard past the 16. Just on 16. That's one at the line.
We will be right back to take you to the green flag in the 2016 Daytona 400. Stay tuned, things are just getting good. Welcome back to Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida. We have just gotten the national anthem and a man to start engines. Now you can see on your left of the screen there, you see the starting lineup. It is time for the first time of the year to award the Red Bull Pole Award to our very own Vetman24 in his first ever start in the GT Planet Fantasy Series. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup. As soon as we get that Red Bull Pole Award, congratulations to Vetman on winning that for the first time in his career. So on row 1, obviously, we have Vetman24 in the 15 car and Jordan, the webmaster, on the outside. These guys did not win their duels. They kind of played it safe, and they had the fastest qualifying times. They didn't need to do anything crazy. And they knew they would be on the front row, so good for them. Moving back, we have our respective duel winners. The first duel win went to Samurai 8 Juice in his second season, and NASCAR Fan 1400 also in his second season. Both of them have a win at restrictor plates. Row 3 has Tired Iron and teammate Silverwing, teammate to the 80 car, and the 53 teammates with Harsk 100, who's a bit deeper in the field.
Row 4. This is where the first Toyota comes into play. Number 32 of Race Car alongside the first Honda in the field of Suzumiya.
Looking back one more row here, we have Goofy Tyler, Mr. Second Place, although he has another championship contender from last year on his outside. Formerly known as COD Demon 101, now Scuderia Lucas. Had a name change over the off season. And then looking back, we also have Doodle and BK Glover.
Let's see, row 7 is D-Cybertron, another Toyota, and Bambi, the first of the two Pontiacs in the field. Both of which, let's see, D-Cybertron had a full season, and then Bambi, or Whitetail,
had the concept
started round 11? Yeah.
Round 8, actually. His first race was at Daytona.
Oh, it was.
But it was not the Daytona 400. This is his first start in that. Now we have two more first-time starters. This time it's going to be GT Racer 22, rookie in his first ever start, and then Hearts 100, the Concept Cup champion. Behind them we have the B-Man and Smurfy Bug, the only Pakistani driver, and his first ever start as well on that outside row.
Yeah, for row 10, it's one of, I want to say SPX is a Kiwi.
Yeah.
One of, I think, 2 or 3 in the field. Alongside the only Bosnian in the field, Amaterasu. Let me get that correct.
That's Clayton's pick for this race. We also have
Absolutely.
Swift Smith still running his same scheme from way back in the first season. Nothing's really changed on that 50 car. Swift Autosport leader alongside is Quiet Girl, the first female winner in GT Planet Fantasy Series. Row behind them we have Fisher and Jacques P22, both of them in their first starts here. And looking behind that, we also have the 20 of Dur winning and the 51 of Akmuk, although it's between the name changes. Luke is also Akmuk, so they're the same person. Of course, GT916, TBWHHS, TBWHHS's first start. Got Red Dragon, Jaragini, Angel, Huni Kanoshita.
The apocalyptic row.
And a half back here with Clayton Hardy as well. Then you have Skython, Duststone, Audi Man, and you see the rest of the field cycle through here. So, Clayton, Trobes, what are you expecting to see here?
You know, I'm really hoping to see a lot of great action, but I'm hoping to also see them go a very long time, hoping to see the car stay as clean as possible until, you know, it's bound to happen. It's just waiting for the inevitable to happen. But I'm hoping to see a great, clean race, lots of 3 wide. Hoping we get some action in tonight.
I think I have to agree with that a little bit. What I want to see is hopefully these guys all make it back in one piece. However, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some absolute chaos in the tri-oval at some point.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Those are some really good points here, and I know me and Clayton both chose our picks. I picked the number 19, and Clayton chose Amaterasu. You got a pick for today's race here, Trobes?
You know, I haven't seen a lot into you know, the strong cars or the weak cars at this track. This is my first time really seeing the cars at the track. But you know, I'm gonna have to go with, I don't even know his name, but I'm gonna have to go with that GoDaddy car on the outside.
Scuderia Lucas.
Oh,
A good
yeah.
choice. COD Demon 101 again, Scuderia Lucas. Now, we'll keep you updated as much as we can on the name changes, but after a long off season, the Ford Fusion pace car takes the hard left. Vetman 24 and Jordan lead us down. Green flag in the air. The Daytona 400 is finally underway.
Interesting to see how everyone behaves these first handful of laps as the cars get up to speed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got 2 things are going to happen. Immediately 3 wide, or they may start to string out, but right now this looks like they're just keeping double file throughout most of the field.
Yeah, that inside row got a nice jump right off the bat, and you can see now Vetman and Samurai 8 Juice had
3 wide.
clearance.
3 wide in the back.
A little bit of 3 wide in the back of the pack now, mostly 2 wide through though. Tired iron there on the bottom. Now you see, ooh, 77 couldn't get back down in time. It looks like
one thing I
Vetman,
found interesting.
Vetman looks like he might lead the first lap of the season.
One thing I found super interesting, as you see the 2 Audis working together right now, one thing I saw is that a lot of the cars went from the bottom to the top. Usually we expect people to try to make their way to the bottom, but we saw several drivers come from the bottom row and just move up the track.
See,
seemingly voluntarily.
call there.
Teammates right there.
3 wide nearly, it looks
Tyler
like.
already pushed up there to the front. He's on the lead of the bottom now. You see a race car move to the middle, Silverwing in the middle. Couple people thinking about going to the middle right now. See Jordan peeking his nose out a little bit.
We go 3 wide for the lead.
Yep, and now you see Goofy
Yep.
Tyler
And that's quickly dissipated.
out front. And as they come out of turn
Little bit.
4,
A little bit of chaos right here.
Tell you what, that's looking like a rat's nest at the back.
Oh, yeah.
I believe Goofy Tyler led
Believe
that
Goofy Tyler.
lap by about a nose, and he did. See 3 wide, several places here throughout the pack. Already 3 wide. Ooh, maybe thinking 4 wide right there with Suzumiya
What
and
I said at the beginning of
Silverwing.
the race.
They're going to think better of it.
See there, looks like Harsh can't decide if he wants to go to the top or the middle. Looks like
He's doing a great job blocking. Him and Smurfy like both.
yeah.
See, it's that sort of thing at the back of the field that begins to worry me, where that you see the people who are trying to transitioning from the top into the middle, just that line of cars. That is what worries me, as maybe someone following the car in front of him, not thinking too much about what's behind him, just following the guy in front of him and spinning himself out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
But
you got
luckily,
people like
they all made it.
you got people like Quiet Girl and Amaterasu who don't usually move. So if you come across them, it's kind of at your own fault.
Saw the 25 car led that lap, the B-Man. See now Swift Smith out front. I think that's Fisher behind. The leaders are at the top of your screen and the back of the pack. We got 99% of the pack here in this shot. Ooh, wow, Swift Smith almost got turned there going back to the bottom.
All 42 within 1.6 seconds?
Yep, at the line. And might have one car slightly off the pace, which was the 12 of RCB, but 3 wide of the line there. Boy, that's close. Durr winning now, so that's 2 of the Team Kate Upton cars that have led laps already. They have a very strong super speedway package. There you see 3 of them right there in that middle line, and then the team leader, Jaji, is right there on the bottom, right behind Clayton Hardy.
Yeah, you see the green and white car, number 33 in front. All the Team Kate Upton cars using the same Pepsi scheme. A little bit of a throwback.
Yeah, now you see GT916 as well on the bottom. And
Never commented on Angel.
Yeah, Angel's up there already.
She moved all the way up there. Now she's on her way back.
And her cousins.
Yeah, a little bit of family stuff going on here with Amaterasu and Angel, and then you throw in Kuni Kinoshita. As you see, actually, Clayton going by Angel right now.
Yep, and now looks like, I think that's Tired Iron there in the middle, but Dustone now into the lead with a big gap. See, that gap right there is not what you want.
Not early on, no.
I mean, I guess it's okay since they're 3 wide and there's a lot of side draft holding everybody back, especially that middle and that top line. They are very close together, but...
Did you see the bottom line? It actually bogged down. Like, the other outside lines actually were able to gain, and that's what gave Tired Iron the second place.
Yeah, see, I'm kind of nervous. They're running 3 wide like they are here. It's... Oh, we got a car on the wall. Oh, this is going to be big. 1 car around is Jock P22. Back up into traffic. Everybody else seems like they're going to get it okay. Look out, sliding back up the banking. Several cars involved here. Caution's going to come out for that. And that's a mess on lap 7.
Scuderia Lucas done.
Yeah, that's Raven. He's out. Scuderia Lucas, I don't know if he's done. He's still rolling. Don't see smoke out of him, but Raven 214 totaled. Caution is out. We race back to the line in this series, although I don't know if we hit it or not before the crash. Does not look like we did. Still full speed. We'll see the field roar by here. That could have been a lot worse, I think.
Yeah, that could have been
far
worse.
That could have been monsters.
Especially considering that a lot of those cars below the yellow line came back up the way they did. I thought that was going to be a big crash, and it was actually the cars that were spinning on the bottom all the way through the grass that came back up, and there's obviously not much they can do about that. So,
see Ravens trying to make it back to the pit lane.
3 or 4 cars pretty much terminally damaged there, or at least out of contention at this point. And look at this, Audi man. 2011
Sneaker over HC from last to second right now.
Yes, and there's Jaji as well. We'll go ahead and get things sorted out, see who has the worst of everything. Looks like Jock might actually get off pretty good here. He was the first car around, and I don't see any damage aside from obviously the sides are a bit scraped up.
Samurai H Juice got a good piece of that.
Started 3rd. TBW HHS with some damage. Your pole sitter has some damage. Now these guys will be okay, I think. Their damage is pretty minimal. Which, considering where the wreck happened and how it happened, I think that's a pretty... Everybody gets off pretty good there, except for the 2 cars. Looks like we have the 2 retirements, which would be the 1 and the 97, excuse me. So now pit road is open. We will show you the replay after pit stops here.
You know, that is really surprising to me, though, that they got away with that little damage just because a car sliding back up into the pack. That's just such a huge speed difference.
I think a lot of them saw it in time to slow down, but they still just kind of bounced off each other. See, this all started with this car right here. The 60 car scraped up on the wall against the tri-oval.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even at small speed, I mean, these cars weigh, what, 3,200 pounds at least?
Oh yeah. Look at how hectic
these cars are heavy.
Pits. Oh my goodness.
3 wide.
4 wide. Oh boy, and they all are doing a great job though. I don't see. Looks like Suzumiya
Getting
with
out
a
of
little bit
it.
of damage there. There's a little bit of contact, nothing too serious though.
Yeah, look at that. 2 car nearly turned the whoever was below him there. That was pretty
I mean, you've got 40
R2.
cars in the pit lane there, and it'll get easier as the day goes on. See, they're putting the 77 car in the pits to repair that damage, but I think a lot of these guys are going to be, I don't know if they'll have winning race cars anymore, but they should be able to stick to the draft. See Suzumiya there pulls, if he pulls out behind Silverwing, you see he's got some hood damage. I think he got into the back of somebody on the, I don't know if that was
Yeah,
a
you
little
can see
bit there.
that now.
Very minimal, but oh wow, ooh.
Ooh, Fisher and Michelin.
Yeah, it looks like very minor contact there, but everybody's stacking up trying to figure out, because they came into the pits in a big ball, and now they got to come out in a big ball of cars, and
figure out whether everyone timed out.
yeah, so we're going to go ahead and take a look back now and try and figure out what happened. So saw the 60 cars up on that top line, kind of got shoved up into the wall.
Right behind Angel.
Yeah, right.
Angel got lucky. He was ahead of it.
Jacques was right behind this.
Yeah, see exactly why he got into the wall, because it doesn't look like it's
Ooh.
too terrible.
I
Ooh.
think it might have been the air, because both Jacques, Jaragini, all of them got in the wall there. And then the
And see, they're
Jacques
trying to
was
get by.
Avoid.
Came across Raven.
See Skython there, not sure where to go, just dives low, gets through there okay. And now you're going to see here, this is what worried me, the 11 and the 21 coming back up the track like this. But they seem like they got through there okay. It wasn't them that was the issue, it was Raven here. 69 was sideways, so he couldn't have really he didn't hit anybody. The whole field had pretty much cleared him.
And Raven's in the grass. He's just a passenger
Poor
at this
Raven,
point. He's
yeah,
trying to
there's nowhere
lock it
go.
up.
Sideswipes the 2, gets drilled by the 1. 77 took a pretty good hit there to still be driving away from that. There you see the 15 bouncing off the wall. And there's nothing you can
Man.
really do.
That 97 car got right up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Amaterasu dodged that.
Man, that's unfortunate though, you know, because when a car's coming back up the track, that's probably that situation. There's absolutely nothing you can do other than slow down or speed up and hope your decision gets you through the wreck.
Yeah, and there's nothing the people below them could have
especially
really
when
done
it's
either.
behind you. Especially when it's behind your side of vision, because those mirrors aren't going to help you when it's just looking straight back. Yeah,
But I mean,
it's unfortunate.
People might be upset and say that, you know, Raven should have slowed the car down. I don't think there was a whole lot he could do. He had already just gotten contact and he was in the grass.
Yeah.
And it's been a rainy
It's
weekend.
been raining.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
that
cloudy
just
now. There's
accelerates
still potential for rain in the area. So it's not like you're going to be able to slow that thing down on a dime when you're in the grass when it's as wet and slick as it is. I mean,
I'm just happy he didn't like catch the grass and then start flipping. That would have been, I think,
and
disastrous.
that was what I was worrying about for Jock. I was afraid that it would pull what Michael Waltrip did in the Daytona 500 many years ago and just start tumbling. Luckily, that's not the case. See, we do have 2 cars out of the race, the 1 and the 97, but that's not bad for the severity of that accident and how it could have been 100 times worse. And these cars that got involved, I really don't think they're going to be too banged up. I mean, that 77, I think they fixed almost all the damage on the back end there, and he got hit pretty good.
Yeah, that car's looking good to me.
I mean, see a little bit of damage to the 15, a little bit to the 2. I don't think it's going to... I don't know if they're going to be in the draft, but they have enough to keep themselves up to speed. And that's what's important. And anybody who's still on the track right now is on the lead lap. So...
Yeah, you know, the more laps you complete, you know, the higher, you know, all the points you can get, you know?
Yes.
Are we still looking at live pictures? Because
Yes,
it doesn't,
we are.
I don't...
The different...
Because I'm surprised it hasn't updated yet.
Yeah, it's because it's a second back, because I was using the hotkey.
Oh.
So, yeah. Otherwise, it would be telling us, if I back out here and... Now it'll actually tell us what the cause of the incidents were there. The one...
Which is like the accident.
Yeah. The one apparently is just retired, but obviously you saw the front end, and I guess the header is what made the engine blow on the 97. But obviously that was all because of the accident.
Yeah, that was
anybody
a
could have
heavy
done there.
contact. Yeah.
But the good news about that is it could have been so much worse the way they were running. I'm thinking now these guys are probably thinking, okay, we can just keep it single file, double wide for a little bit. Feel the cars out a little more here.
I don't think so. You got Smurfy Bug sitting second.
I'm being too conservative. So the pace car pulls off. Audi man now the leader, and I guess the green's out there. Looked like it was a little early, but Smurfy Bug said, let's go. Already Dustone trying to pull to the bottom. There goes Smurfy Bug trying to be the first Pakistani driver to lead a lap in the series. He might actually get it done here. He doesn't have much help on the bottom yet, but now that bottom line is filling up quick. CUNY Kenosha and the B-Man hung out to dry. Audi man, no help now. Got ditched for a moment. Now Dustone hops back to the top.
So maybe we actually see Smurfy Bug lead a lap.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's shown...
It is Daytona.
He's part of Swift Autosport, and those cars, they aren't too bad here. Niku Driver HC right behind.
Open the door.
Smurfy Bug is going to open up the history books, guys. We have our first Pakistani driver to lead a lap in...
Could have our first Native American.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Clayton Hardy down on the inside. Let's see if he can make some moves here.
Smurfy Bug put a nice block
Smurfy Bug
there.
making that car super wide.
That's a nice... It's early to be doing that, but it's a good block, and now that whole top line moves up, and...
He's practicing for later, if he makes it.
Oh, there goes Hardy to the inside. Is he going to have any help, though?
Yeah, quickly looking back at the field here, you see most of the cars here. A couple of them dropped off the pace, but a lot of those
Two
cars
of the more serious damage cars.
Yeah, Hardy doesn't look like he has a whole lot of help yet, but the 24 is coming.
Oh, he moves to the middle. Not sure what that was about. Derwinning going to go with him, though, and then Derwinning gets stuck in the middle. But Clayton
That's
Hardy's
a 20, my bad, not 24.
Yeah, we're going to have issues calling that all day, I think.
He tricked.
All those cars are the same scheme, man.
There's NASCAR fans stuck in the middle, though, as well, with help from Michelin. Both of them seasoned restrictor plate racers, so I don't think the 20's in too much danger right now.
Yeah, it's interesting because...
Got a teammate up there now as well.
It's interesting. Whoa, teammates moved on each other.
Yep, there goes race car to the bottom.
Yeah, race car. Yeah, that's Toyota Team Quattro. Toyota's going to lead another lap. He's going to split in
front of his teammate.
Yeah, and now he's going to come back down. Race car to the lead.
He's got to block 3 lanes of traffic.
Swift Smith
Make
shooting
that
through the
car
middle there.
wide as possible.
Another Toyota teammate. The number 30 is Jirigini.
There goes Jirigini. These
They're all there.
guys,
The Toyota teammates are just there.
they got their package in the right place today.
I think we're looking for the number 31 now. I think the 31's the only one that's not up there.
I'm telling you what, seeing these fast Toyotas is pretty familiar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looks very familiar.
Here comes
Looks-
Whitetail, though, now.
Whitetail.
Trying to get
Whitetail on the
Pontiac
inside
on
of
the top
Fisher.
of the leaderboard now.
Teammates behind him, though, it's Silver Wing and CUNY Kenosha. And then Quiet Girl.
That's Jordan. CUNY got hung out
Oh.
to dry.
Oh, okay. Never mind. They look similar. Fine.
It's rigged. I know if Jordan wins this race, that's what everyone's gonna say. Look at them, 3 wide again.
I've already prepared memes. If Jordan wins, I'm rioting.
Oh wow, Silverwing chased Jordan all the way to the bottom there. They're getting really aggressive really early.
What are you waiting for the lead? Angel right there.
Angel there,
Angel
right
Flag
behind
Girl.
Akmuck.
Ooh,
That inside line's
this
gonna
is
move.
getting good.
Whitetail with no help, but he did lead the lap. Jordan to
Angel
the
getting
top.
past Quiet Girl. Surprised Quiet Girl didn't try to make a block work.
They don't like each other. It was Angel's first races at Martinsville, and it was there that Quiet Girl spun her out. And there was big contact between them.
Angel's gonna try to take a lead here.
Angel trying to get by Akmuck there. Jordan led that lap by about a half a nose. Now Angel to the front.
He's not gonna lead it back.
I don't know if she can get a good push
Not.
there. GT Racer 22 got some big help from Michelin and SVX though, but I think she might get there. No, now GT22's there.
Yeah, at the moment she moved up high, the moment it was kind of game over there.
Yeah, that's just looking at that field. That's just so. It's impressive that they can go this many. I know I'm probably jinxing them now, but that's impressive. They're going this many laps right now.
It's crazy at this end because of shuffling
Oh,
everywhere.
boy.
So, as I say, it nearly spins himself.
Yeah, it just as he got help from the 99. The 99 said, "Okay, I'm leading a lap now."
Man,
Like really bent Jordan up against the wall there because Jordan had nowhere to go except for backing out.
Yeah,
that could have been the whole field.
it really
Yeah.
could. It's a pack here, and you see there's gonna be a big pack. Let's get a wide angle here. See, it's this pack, and then a pack about 10, 12 cars are saying, "I don't want to be right here," and then a couple of cars with damage. I think that's actually CUNY Kenosha way there in the back. I'm not sure.
Can you blame them?
Yeah, that's
CUNY.
CUNY right there. I don't think she has a problem, but she got hung out to dry. There you see the field go by, and then you'll see the secondary field here. Or the second pack, rather. And not a lot of... a couple of them have damage, but some of them are just hanging back. There's Goofy Tyler up on the outside line. He actually led that lap.
Yeah, absolute chaos right now.
It's
That's a pretty
29
big
cars. It's 29 cars under a blanket right here.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going to lose that lead if he doesn't get to the bottom, though.
Yeah, he
Someone
gets
sneezes,
there, though,
it's game
now.
over.
So 29 cars here, and then the remainder of them just kind of hanging out in the back. Looks like Derwinning trying to take command right now. He's got that 3-car breakaway, and they all seem pretty content to ride wherever he does. And he will lead another lap.
Yeah, Resher ran 5, sitting in second, and then you've got...
This is his first ever start.
There's 31.
There, yeah, 31's right there.
Cybertron sitting third.
I think
So
they're
all 4
starting
of the
to calm
Toyota Team
down.
Quattro cars are in this group.
I think they're starting to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
31 makes a move to the bottom, though. I don't know why, though. I don't think he's going to have enough of a run by himself.
You got Smurfy
I
Bug
don't
at
think
the back. Like,
I don't think he's trying to take the lead immediately. I think he's just trying to get past Reshiram because, you know, you're trying to line up the experienced guys with, you know, each other, and Reshiram's new to this. You just kind of shuffle him to the back, so that way if he screws up, it's not going to affect you.
It is. It's crazy how quickly it can go backwards, though, here, you know?
And it's amazing
Yeah,
how
got
quickly
Smurfy
he can
Bug
go
and
back to
Jordan.
the front.
Yeah.
Look at,
yeah. Angel, Jordan, Smurfy Bug,
Ooh,
all the
4
people, all these
wide.
people who were just leading
Ooh, it's
instances
me.
ago.
Jordan was looking about trying to open the door 4 wide there. See NASCAR fan trying
Angel-
to get to the bottom with no
Angel
help.
closed
to
the door
lead.
before he could. Angel's going
NASCAR
to jump in
fan-
front of him now.
Trying to get there. 3 wide for the lead. They're catching a lap car here. The
Oh, no.
77. Oh, this could be risky.
That's going to bottle up the inside.
That just
I
gave
don't-
you
the
something on the
entire
lead.
field slowed up. And now the 77 tries to block in the middle. Ooh, this is what we were
He's
worried
trying to
about.
get somewhere. There's nowhere he can go. It's 3
Yeah, I mean,
wide.
it's not the 77's fault. You just can't. He's trying to get to the top there. You see him. There's just nowhere to go. And they just
And
caught
see,
him at
this
a
is
bad
not
time.
good. This is not good for
Now-
Cybertron right now because they're going to
Yeah.
freight train him.
Yeah, he led a lap now. I think that's all the TRD cars have led a lap now, but it just this is going to be terrible for him because once they do get formed up again, this is
He's gonna
almost
get
a blessing in
overrun.
disguise, I think, because it's going to break up the pack from that 3 wide. It's going to let us kind of taper out a little
Breathe.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
let these
might-
drivers take a breather.
This will also help that pack of maybe 10 cars back there that were waiting out
up.
because now they can touch base again. There you see at the top of your screen, they're swallowing them up.
Looks like
Audi
Audi Man's
Man.
got the lead now.
Audi Man back to the front. See, there's the 77 there.
Interesting to
as
see
the rest of
Angel
the
and
field
Whitetail
goes by.
working together.
That 77 is not even that much off the pace. It's just that he's running 190.
Difference.
These guys are running 210 almost. We'll check the speed trap. Check the speed trap here on Silverwing. 207 right now.
207.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
207. That's not bad.
it's very, very fast.
Yeah. You know how they were like, oh, we're going to split them out? Yeah, you can forget that. The pack's
Already
smaller.
back up.
The pack's smaller now. It definitely has
It's because a
shrunk.
couple of these cars back here couldn't get in line. Now I think they're probably going to try and get in line, or ride it out and wait for the other cars in the back here to catch up. You see, there's Red Dragon. She's starting to she's actually starting to break away now because of the lap car.
Matarasu.
Amaterasu got around. I think these guys here in the back might actually pick that 77 up. Not these three behind him, but like the people in the very back there that were dropping off anyway, the 2 car. I think they might just catch that 77 and run with him. See Jock trying to get around there. Suzumiya 3 wide there, but back at the front of the pack, that's where it's at right now. And Angel to the front with help from Jordan. So we have all but 1 car running on the lead lap.
Yeah.
And we're already 25 laps in.
Yeah.
3
And
wide.
first-
See that middle lane's nowhere near as big anymore. Everyone's realizing that, hey, we can use the bottom. That we're gonna do it.
That first caution came on lap 7. Takes about 40 laps on the old tire compound. Worth noting again, if you didn't catch it in the pre-race shows, they catch TBWHHS. Goodyear bringing a different compound from the dual race with the intent of trying to make it last longer. So it took about 40 laps on. I'm assuming that was fuel anyway. So expect it to come in at about 40, 50 lap 50. I'm assuming if we go green.
Let's see.
See that bottom line freight training now is a race car in the lead.
Looks like the 2 car just can't figure out what lane he wants to be in right now.
Nah, I don't really think he can help it. I mean, you're pretty much gridlocked.
Yeah, like there's nowhere to go right now.
And they're still running 190, 180 mile an hour. You can't just drive below onto the apron because they're in their own race as well. They have as much as a right to be out there as these guys do. It's just there's nowhere to go because they're running 2 and 3 wide. And that's the issue with Daytona and Talladega. It's not as big as an issue with Armory Digital because that track's a little wider than both of them. But at these tracks, it's so hard to get around lap traffic.
Well, at Talladega it's also easier because you've got 4 different lanes that you can choose from, and a lot of times you don't see them use all 4.
Well, well. But you see, though, this is going to be where the best lap times are coming from. Watch that 79, that 31, the 05, the 99. These guys might hop to the top of the leaderboard in terms of lap times because they have no side draft, and they're catch and draft. They have people behind them. They're running 205, NASCAR fan is. He's running 205 out of the corner. 207 now through the tri-oval. Got a car in the pit. That's CUNY Kenosha.
That's not scheduled at all.
I think she's starting to have a mechanical issue. Look at that, 210 by Durr winning into turn 1. There's CUNY.
That is one thing I have noticed so far is that the closing rate on these cars is with this package is just so fast.
She just went for 2 tires.
Yeah, she went for 2. I think she might. I don't know. Maybe she had a tire issue from the start because that restart she got shelved on the top and she just never recovered.
Yeah.
And if it was an engine issue, they would have left her in there more, I think. Maybe she's running too much tape, I wonder. They maybe took some tape off and gave her 2 tires while she was down there anyway.
I don't know. If you're a Silver Wing Angel or a NASCAR fan, then you've got to be a little bit worried because, you know,
I'm
that's
sure
a teammate.
They probably know more than we do, though.
Yeah.
See their battle.
See, now we're 2x2. There we go.
And you notice these cars moving around a lot. We have a lot smaller of a spoiler than we did last year. Last year's spoiler, about an inch and a half taller than what we have now. It makes a big difference. There's less downforce on these cars. There's a heck
harder
of
to drive.
Lot more moving around. Now you see a Matarasu. Ooh, wow, Matarasu. Aggressive with the line she took. I think she can keep up as long as she gets some draft here. I'm not sure.
Matarasu? You mean that's CUNY Kenosha?
Excuse me, CUNY Kenosha. Yeah, I'm getting my Japanese names mixed up.
Yeah, Matarasu's still in that second group.
Yeah, she's cruising around there. My apologies for that. It took me to lap 30 to make a big mistake there. I think that's a new record. 37 cars still on the lead lap, albeit just barely for the 15 car. So, in the
Interesting
event
to
that
see how-
rain, in the event that we do have rain, we do not have a 50% rule. We will finish the race to the end unless the drivers all agree that there's no way to finish it, which would be in extreme cases, as if we had drivers protesting after the Fiorenzo incident in case it was worse than it was. And it would have to be an extreme like that. In terms of weather, the race is going to go 160 laps no matter what. What's going to happen is if it does rain, you see Goofy Tyler all by himself on that outside, they will go by the positions that everybody was in when they crossed the line last. So it's not a point of caution. It's a at the line. So if the rain does hit, the caution will come out. They'll use the positions they had. That's how they'll re-rack them. So just that's a big if though. It looks like it's going to hold off for now, but you never know with Daytona. There's pop-up showers everywhere. You see now that they're double file, you can see Vetman a bit more of a gracious back marker.
Well, he was.
He was. I think he'll move to the top here now, hopefully, off of the turn 4. But he let the whole inside line by. They're not running where there's nowhere to go. It's still a really tight gap up there on the top, and for all we know, he probably doesn't. We don't know if he can run up there with what little damage he has. You see RCB coming out of the pit lane now on that bottom line. His day has been kind of quiet. It's his first start in the 400 and his first start ever. See there, I think he might be trying to get below the yellow line. I'm not sure. Got Harsk
Trying to come in
basically
pit lane,
pushing
possibly.
Angel. Look at how close they are. I think the
If I'm
15
Angel, I'd be
might,
scared.
15 might actually just kind of cruise up here. I'm not sure. I really don't know that. It's hard to tell because of the closing rates Troz was talking about. But if you have a little bit of damage, you can hang on to a pack. See, they've also just caught the 77 again at the same time. This could prove to be risky. Oh!
Whoa!
The 8 car leading there. Oh, the 77
Whoa!
just... Oh, wow, there's definitely contact, I think, between the 8 and the 79. 88 and 79.
Man, with a move like that, I would hope there's damage on that car causing it to do that, because that was kind of...
I think he may have got... I'm assuming he got loose, because you see... I mean... You can't... Oh, is he trying to get to the pits? I think maybe he's... Does he have a tire down? Going down. Because he's making some really abrupt moves right there.
Yeah,
He's
I
only
want to...
making abrupt moves, trying to, like, before pit lane.
Well, he
Like
made
turn
one
4 or
out of
whatever.
2 as well, and that's what makes me think maybe a tire is starting to go down on the 77, because he's trying to get to the bottom really quickly now. Although nothing happened right there. I'm not really sure what's going on with the 77. However, front of the field's getting split a bit here. It doesn't take the field long to catch back up to itself.
Hey, look. Number 33
Hardy's out
leading.
front right now.
Had a man,
Whoa!
2011.
Boy, it's getting dicey out here for lap 36.
It looked like they got a little close there.
I think this
With the
has
43
to do
and
with
the 87.
I honestly think this has to do with the weather. Yeah, I mean, you realize the cars come down here, you don't see any shine coming off these cars. It's not, the sun is definitely not out. There's no shine, there's no reflections. It is very cloudy right now. I feel like the rain, there's no immediate rain in the area, but you never know when it's going to hit at Daytona. So I feel like everybody's racing the weather. You see Dustone off in the pit lane now. I honestly feel like they're racing the weather.
See Whitetail and Harsk and Jordan.
Got Tired Iron there.
I believe this
teammates with
is the
zero car.
secondary pack. I believe this is the secondary pack.
Yes.
I believe.
Because there's
Yeah,
the
for them,
Hamlin
right.
lead pack right there. They're actually starting to catch up now. I think we might have a tertiary pack.
Yeah. Because that one
Because
pack
they
that
split
was
up, yeah.
that was the second pack for the longest time, it's never really caught up.
I think it's because a lot of them had damage and people are
I
waiting
think Harst
out.
might be coming in.
Yep,
Yeah,
Harst
there's
coming
Harst.
in there. Jordan coming
Jordan.
in. I think those tires might be wearing out a bit quicker. They said they were going to make it last longer, but I think they... Yeah, we got a lot of cars in the pit lane. So you got BK Glover, you got Smurfy Bug. And all it'll take is one caution and everything is just thrown out of whack.
Oh, yeah. Like, even, what was it? We had that early caution, so this would be a very short lifespan on the tires.
Been 30 laps. It's been 30 laps, so I don't know if they're maybe
Unless they're going to fuel a lot quicker.
I mean, they are running very high revs. They're running 210 miles an hour, so they're redlining all the way around the track.
I don't know. Different variables.
We'll have to figure it out here. Although, I mean, 30 laps isn't a bad number for tires, but it's not what Goodyear was saying it was going to be, because they could go 40 laps. So, and again, if you missed the pre-race show, Goodyear's in jeopardy right now. The GT Planet Fantasy Series stewards were not even joking when they said you could see a different tire altogether at Auto Club.
Yeah.
They gave him Daytona, and they're gonna give him Watkins Glen, and if they can't after that, that's all they're guaranteed. So I don't know. But green flag pit stops. That's good to see that we kept everybody together. There's a Amaterasu that I was incorrectly calling the name of earlier. She's running with RCB and Suzumiya. Suzumiya kind of managing that damage pretty decently. Got Angel in the pits, Hardy. This lead group here. Big group of cars here. And
Yeah,
the
this looks like
a lot of the leaders.
back.
Yeah, I think the issue with this is that if something goes like right there, Hardy kind of spun the tires. It held up Akmuck and Michelin. That's going to hurt you a lot. I think the people that came in packs of 3 or 4, like I think this is going to benefit Smurfy Bug. You see right there, Smurfy Bug going by all of them. I think that's going to benefit them the most because they came in about a group of 3 or 4. You see Dustone, Skython, Smurfy Bug.
But they're
all ahead.
Here's where you have issues because a group of 3 is not going to do anything against a group of like 9 or 10.
Exactly, but it's that
so it's not going to necessarily mean much.
If you have a consecutive group of 3 get together, then you have 9 cars in the front. We saw it in the duels. We had about 5 cars lined up in the front, and a group like this trying to catch them. Now we got drivers like Goofy Tyler, and you know, we got a Team Kate Upton car up there as well. I would worry if I was in this group, but we'll see where things sort out here.
And a Toyota Team Quattro car who's led a lap of this race.
See, there's a secondary group here. We'll let things sort out. Smurfy Bug
Angel.
looks like he's the leader right now. See this group here.
That's
There's
what
a
I'm-
lot of strong race cars right here.
That's what I was gonna say, because Angel came into the pits with this group right here, but she had maybe like a slow stop or a weak entry and exit because she's behind. And I mean, they're probably gonna catch this group,
Yeah,
but she came out with the group behind them.
I think
Same with
maybe
Amaterasu.
do you think that might have been on purpose so she could run with Amaterasu?
Possibly. I mean, they kind of know each other's tires. I mean, they've been teammates before, so I think they kind of know
they're
what each other's
sisters.
looking for here. Well, yeah, but it doesn't mean much. I mean,
it would definitely
pretty
help. I
cutthroat
don't know.
before.
Would you? I mean, the way that things were getting
I
to the
don't-
front of the pack.
I don't think so.
So,
you're talking 6 years of experience for Angel, and then 9 years for Amaterasu. It's good 15 years of experience between the two of them.
It makes me laugh. I go and I see that 3-car pack leading, and then those 6 cars trying to get lined up, and then you see this monster of a pack behind them. Ooh boy. Things actually, this is kind of calm for us though. I think it's
Who was up for a game of Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Because
They got-
it's
I mean-
about to
That really benefits that 3-car group and that small group though, because these guys are trying to line up in the back to try and get double file and or single file or what have you, so they can get up there. That 15 car, oh boy. Though they're still a ways out here. That 15's not the worst off pace either, so it's not gonna be as bad as say the 77. Things calming down for a brief moment at Daytona, and that means we can have a chance to give our voice boxes a little bit of a rest. We'll be back in maybe a lap or two. You're watching the Daytona 400 here on Race TV. Welcome back to Daytona International Speedway here at Daytona Beach, Florida. You're watching the Daytona 400. We're back after a very short break. You see now the 11 of Skython is leading with the Duststones 88 and the 5 Ford of Smurfy Bug right behind. TUWHHS a lapped car. These three are leading. Gonna look back about 5 seconds and you'll find these 5 trying to line up and get something going to catch these 3 out front, and then it's these 7 seconds back to this group, and I think the caution may have just come out. Ooh, yeah, we just came back to a wreck apparently. Ooh, so the caution.
Ooh, that's Red Dragon. Red Dragon was one of them involved.
Yeah, Audi man's got damage there. Trouble.
Serious accident. Oh, one of the Toyota Team Quattro cars. Gonna see what happened here.
Oh, I see some roof damage on that.
There's a lot of.
I see Clean Hardy in the pits.
Hardy with some
damage
damage to his roof. Red flag coming out.
At least half of the Toyota Team Quattro cars involved in that. It looks like a lot of damage for some of these cars. Split up Angel and Amaterasu.
Oh, Smith. His bad luck continues. Yeah, the red flag's being displayed now. They're gonna stop him over in turn 4, I'm assuming here. Now, we're gonna have to figure out what caused this.
What happened?
I saw a little bit of smoke, but I didn't think. I don't know.
This could possibly be the big one, because there's a lot of cars that were affected by this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking at it, it looks like it was that pack of cars we were talking about earlier, way back. That, Hardy, the one that Angel was right behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all
that was right in front of these guys. Yeah, that was right in front of those people.
They were all racing very hard in that backpack.
Oh, Michelin.
So I don't know.
Damaged. Yeah, this definitely was the big one. Let's take a look and see what happened. Oh yeah, big mess.
Oh, that's
several packs involved. Ooh boy.
This is where the mess happens. Yeah, the big pack, as I was talking about, this is where it starts.
If you made it through here and you were in that pack, you're very lucky. Let's see here. The 15, just trying to get out of the way. Reshiram's a rookie.
Closes up on Reshiram.
They're both rookies. They don't. I mean, it's just a rookie mistake there. Look at Goofy Tyler.
So two of the Audis involved.
Yep, tired iron there. Silver Wing. Is he gonna get through?
Do you think they come back up the track again?
I'm thinking they do, and I think these guys might get some damage here because of this. Because there goes Silver Wing, and he's probably gonna get. Yeah, he got hooked. Comes up.
Always.
Just misses the 20.
Gonna collect Jordan.
NASCAR fan.
Yeah, drills the 10.
Gets. Oh man, NASCAR fan very lucky right there. BK Glover very lucky. Swift Smith gets clobbered here, and then these guys are just gonna come flying in here.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, brace yourselves, guys. This is gonna be a big hit. Nowhere. I mean, they get low. They're trying to avoid. Bring up the telemetry. He's on the brakes, on the brakes, on the brakes. Just, oh man, that's a big hit right there. And then airborne.
And then Acma gets
Ooh.
him, and that's not it.
And then there's Michelin.
Right in the left rear.
But you know what I like about this?
All these cars stayed on the ground.
They all stayed on the ground. I saw.
See Fisher.
Yeah,
See
I
where's
saw a
Red
little
Red
hop
Dragon
from
got involved in
33.
this.
I don't know.
Oh, we may have spoke too soon.
Ooh, yep. Ooh. That
A
wasn't
little
too
bit of
bad.
airtime.
That was. There's Angel on the outside.
Angel,
Luckily for this other
RCB.
group here, that this is
Susan
pretty much
Mia.
sorted out at this point.
And that's what
Oh, yeah.
everybody in this group was trying to do.
Trying to
Just
just
to get
avoid
to
it.
the wreck by the time it's settled out and pretty much all the cars are stopped, just so you don't have to do much avoiding. You know, that's the point of staying back there.
Yeah, that worked out beautifully for them.
Several
Obviously,
cars.
the red flag's out, so we
Several
can show you
cars are
multiple
done.
angles of this incident. This is right as we came back to break. So,
Came back from break, yeah.
came back from break. Maybe we are Fox.
No, we actually came back from the commercial.
Yeah. Or NBC, I guess. I don't know. Boy, that is a
30% commercial.
that is a testament though, because we had cars getting airborne a lot last year.
Last year, yeah.
In the 400 alone, and at the restrictor plates, we had, of course, we had Harsk 50 feet in the air at Chicagoland off of the catch fence. This is just amazing to see that these drivers, except for maybe a couple of cars for a brief moment, everybody pretty much stayed on the ground.
But, you know, like, no matter what you do, there is always going to be, you know, if the impact's hard enough, a little bit of airtime.
This is going to be real
So, you know,
time
that
right
was-
here. Nothing you can do if you're the 53 or the 15.
So 3 of the 4 Audis are involved in this.
Oh! Them Team Kate Upton cars got real lucky. Poor Red Dragon nowhere to go. Look at how fast they come through here, man. 60 car involved as well. Got up into the wall in an attempt to avoid. I think the tire iron just gets slides. No, okay.
So GT916, loving that safer barrier.
Yeah, it's twice today he scraped up against there. I think he already knew the side was worn out. He just kind of drove it up there. So there's
He's like, well, it
32.
can't get much more damage. That's race car. So race car and Clayton Hardy done, I'm assuming.
Oh
Yeah, that's a-
Clayton definitely done. I was worried because I saw a little bit of damage on the roof of the 30. I think it's because he got hit. When he gets hit from the 51, watch the car kind of tip into the 50. That's where the damage comes from, right there, because he's already a lot of load.
Yeah, it's damaged the roof on the right side.
That's
But-
half that
and then-
Toyota team right there, isn't it?
It really, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
half of
half
it's
the
done.
Toyota
Half of it's done right here.
half the
And almost
Audis.
all of the Audis. Almost all the
Look
Audis.
at
All the
Harsk
Harsk.
sneaking through. Those Team Kate Upton. I don't think a single Team Kate Upton car was involved in this.
And they got us loving this then.
Swift Auto
39 just
Swift
barely
took out
gets
his own.
there.
Yeah, he took out his own driver. Obviously, he didn't take him out. He had no control, but just ironing.
Damn. Or Michelin. Both of the Michelin Autosport cars involved in this one.
Yep. Albeit the 60 just barely. Red
Yeah.
Dragon. Red Dragon.
There's nowhere to go
nowhere
once
to
these
go.
two slide.
That's a literal roadblock right there.
There's your gap right
And
there.
By the time Smith slides back down, she's already made her decision that she's just going to plow through.
She almost missed it too. She almost got through there, but
And that 39 car took some pretty decent impacts there.
to go through.
And you
all
see
that
Angel
wreck-
Angel and the Matarossi just saying, "Screw it, we don't care."
I believe Angel may have barely grazed the wall. I didn't see any sparks, but yeah, okay, there she is. She's in the wall. RCB hit it as well. So several cars involved in this. We're
Doesn't
gonna
look
have
like
to-
too much damage to her.
Yeah, but for the sake of the list, might be. So we're under the red flag here at Daytona. We're gonna take a look at the aerial view, then give you some onboard shots.
That really is a shame too, because that was a lot of, you know, that was just a lot of cars that were running up at the front many a
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of lap leaders.
See here, the 15's just trying to get out of the way. And he's a rookie.
Reshram's got to run. And he doesn't want to let up.
I don't even think the spotter had time to say car high. Because there wasn't much time. Watch this 80 car, though. Watch the 79, the 80, and the 37. 37, just barely contacted by the 43, and that's what sent him around. But watch the 79 of the 80 car.
Just braked it. Just
But
immediately.
it's
just
not
braked.
over yet. Look at this. They had to slam the brakes and then floor it to get through there.
That's impressive.
I know where my vote of the web root move of the race goes to.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet, but that's definitely what it is for now. Oh man, look, that 50 car got hit pretty good in the driver's side right there.
And then.
Gosh, they come.
Yeah. Hardy took a lot of hard hits.
But he did. He was moving around, dropped the window net.
Not as bad as Auto Club. Not as bad as the Auto Club test, but that's still pretty
definitely.
bad.
He took a huge hit in the Auto Club test. Hardy
Angel
obviously dropped the window net. All the drivers had dropped the window net, moving around. They all got out of the cars or drove it back, which is why we're showing you.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Man, I mean, you can award the move of the race to multiple drivers. I think it might be worth awarding to anybody who missed this. And there's nothing you can do if you got involved in this. It's just a racing deal. And it's just inexperience from the 05 and the 15. It's their first race. You know, the 15 meant well. He was trying to get out of the way. He was trying to do everything right. The 05 was trying to get around because he knew how much that the lap cars had held up traffic before. It's just, there's not anywhere to go. I think Quiet Girl did sneak through there. The 22 snuck through. Goofy Tyler snuck through. Well, right on board here with Goofy Tyler. Try and give you a... And look at the 05 got a heck of a run, too. So, I don't think he wanted to give that up. Real time on board.
Yeah, that's just a massive run up on the outside.
And now look at this. He just follows the 05. Reshiram gets off pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you see that behind you. Oh boy. Every time I see...
I believe this gave Reshiram the lead.
No, the leaders were still in that 3-car group ahead, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
This gave Reshiram 5th, I think. Maybe 7th, 10th. These guys were... This was the big group that a lot of people were worried about because of the fact that, hey, something might happen here. We're right on board with NASCAR fan. Hold on.
Because this is going to be close.
Put up the telemetry because I know there's no hearing the cars, so we'll show you the... Slows down a little bit. Slows down a lot. Gets on.
And then go.
Quick. Seeing your teammate pile up there, it's always fun. Boy, I tell you what, Fisher got KO'd looking at it from the tail end of that angle.
See Jordan with a lot of side damage.
Let's try and count and see how many people were involved in this in one way or another.
I'd say a good 20, 22 cars.
Yeah, definitely about 20 cars. But like we said earlier, I am so glad that everybody was able to drop the window net. Everybody got out of their cars or drove them back. Everybody stayed on the ground with the exception of maybe a couple seconds of airtime. It's a major improvement with this compared to this time last year. But that is 2 years in a row now that a lapped car has crashed leaders. Whether it was his fault or not, you know, Mr. Unknown last year just completely wiped out the field. This was just inexperience, I think. Let's get ready to count here. See, we're gonna get up the hill. 1 and 2 right there. 3.
And then 4 and 5, Silver Wing and Naughty Man.
Yeah, so 4, 5.
And then 6 and 7 being Jordan
7.
and Swiss Smith.
Yeah.
So there's 7 so far, so we're going to have to count everybody from back here. It's going to be... We're at 7.
8, 9, 10.
8, 9, 10.
11 Michelin.
11. Now up the
Go back up the track.
Right side. Gonna be 12 with Fisher. Oh, big hit there.
13 with Red Dragon.
Yep, 13 there. And then the cars that scrape the wall are going to have
14, 15.
14, 15, 16 with RCB.
Yeah.
I don't
16.
think of
Yeah.
Matarasu.
Nah, she didn't. She was pretty well off of it.
So what did we end up with there? 18?
16.
16?
16.
That's a big number. Considering we already lost a good 5.
Yeah. Ugh.
So,
16 done. Well, not done, but
Boy, that
We're probably looking
39.
at a good, like, 8 of them are probably.
done.
Still-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously those 3 cars that were involved in the list are just involved in the list just to be involved because they hit the wall. Now this is the run back to the line. These guys here all on the lead lap, and then all the way up here, Skython was the one who had the lead line. So
Yeah. Skython, Dustin, and then Smurfbug. Restroom 4th.
see Jordan already off the pace there, getting passed by Harsk. Although I don't think he really had much time to get back up to speed. I don't know,
He
we'll
got,
see.
but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
He got
put in the
drilled.
wall pretty hard.
he's
Yeah.
definitely gonna be off the pace. That's for sure.
Yeah, you don't just survive that one and still win the race.
So the big
Gotta
one
take a-
strikes about, well, quarter of a way through. So here we are, under the red flag. See the cars stopped through 3 and 4. We'll take one more break and hopefully be back under caution flag conditions. Welcome back to the Daytona International Speedway. We are under caution now as the pit stops are happening here in the Daytona 400. The big one has struck, and the leaders are coming in. Got Skython here in the pit lane. Just going to keep the camera on him here since he's the leader coming in. We'll see if he does hold on to that coming out. Of course, he didn't get any damage in that big one, although it did wipe out a good 16. Didn't wipe out 16 cars, but 16 cars involved. Give or take 1 or 2 in that incident. So, see the 11 on his way out as well. Gonna be no change from that top 3. And then a big mess of them on the way out for the rest.
Damn.
See some of the carnage.
Yep, you see some of the crash cars there. Fisher took some really hard hits. Jordan still rolling. Hardy just destroyed. And
Yeah,
you
that
see-
car's done.
Akmuk with the whole front end completely caved in on that car. And you see
Yeah,
that
it's cars
man-
like that and Hardy that'll be surprised if they get moving again.
Yeah, I think they're done for the day. So you see,
See,
Kenosha here.
Kenosha's.
Cuny Kenosha sitting there behind Samurai 8 Juice. These are the lapped cars that are going to be making their pass through the pit lane now. This time by. And you see the field coagulating.
Organizing themselves.
None of the teams
Look at all
made
the
up
stuff
cars
she's hard
involved.
cars.
So as we re-rack, it looks like we've probably got about 20 odd race cars still in contention to win this race. Which is not a bad number. And I think we're going to see a lot less cautions now. Don't quote me on that. But the big ones
In
happen.
before 18 cautions and
Well, the big ones
Wanna
happen
see.
now. And there's not a lot of cars left. I feel like there's
Takes two to tango.
there can be a couple of cautions still, obviously, but I feel like the majority of the crashing is done. See, we lost the 50, the 39, the 99, the 15. Wow, the 15 are tired out of that. 33, 51, 67, 43, 32, 53, all of them are retiring out of this. And the 2 and the 77 still rolling, and that's why they're still rolling, because they knew this was going to happen. See, Kenosha already leapfrogged all of the lap cars there. She's now running 28th opposed to 38th. So, I mean, it works out, I suppose, if you already had issues early. And, there you see
even though that even though that wreck did take out a lot of the what I would say were contenders for the win, we still have a lot of fast cars out there.
Oh yeah,
And a lot of laps left.
Yeah,
for sure.
So don't think the racing's gonna die down just yet.
No, but hopefully the crashing will.
You've got a Dodge leading, and you've got Smurfy Bug in third. Yeah, it's not over.
If I remember correctly, is that the only Dodge in the field?
It is.
Yes.
And it
You
also
actually got that
happens
one?
to
You got that
also
one?
be the meme machine.
Yeah, Tro's been paying attention. In with that low-key attention span there.
So we're going to regroup with you. It looks like we're going to be going green on lap 50.
Be quiet, girl. Currently the highest female. Only one out is Red Dragon.
Yep, she was the only one who was DNF'd at the time. And, you know,
SVX.
but she's still, she's not the only female who's had misfortune yet. Angel was involved in the incident.
I doubt it did anything.
And CUNY
Amatorassi's been perfectly fine.
And CUNY's been having, I'm not sure. I'm guessing, my guess is
I think she's fine now. I think she needed this caution more than anything.
I think she's, and excuse the slight audio quality drop there. It's Skype is not our friend.
Skype is the infamy.
I think CUNY might have overheated the car. I think there might have been too much tape on because she didn't hang into the pack after they lapped her. I'm thinking she overheated the car. The water started spouting out, and she lost horsepower. Because there's not a scratch on that car.
No.
Now, just as a question, is the quality drop just Hardy, or is it both of us?
It is just Hardy at the moment.
Okay.
Right.
But it's definitely, you can still understand what we're saying.
Yeah.
But you can tell it's a Skype call.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. It's back. All right, we're good.
Yep, we're good now, I think.
Should be interesting to see. So, for female drivers, you're looking at CUNY Kenosha. She's actually in a decent place. She's on the bottom, so it's going to be easier for her to kind of stay with these lead drivers if she is able to actually hold on to them this time.
Yeah, the only thing I'm concerned about is the fact she's behind those two other lap cars who have shown, at least so far, that they don't quite have the pace anymore to stay with the pack.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is. And with all the lead lap cars being on the high line, there's going to be a lot of people jumping to the bottom the first chance they get.
Yeah, and I feel like that's good for the lead lap cars though, because by the time they make it into turn 1, I'm guessing probably everybody on back to GT Racer 22 will probably have cleared these 3.
Oh, I doubt it.
I don't know. Well, we'll see.
Here we go.
Green
A
flag
restart,
back out
another
on
early
lap number
restart.
50, 110 to go.
Another early yeah, he's number 2 TVW HHS just not able to get any part. Niku driver HC first to jump down.
I don't know why. It's gonna give the 50.
Bottom line,
it's gonna give the 5 and the 8 a good advantage here.
Yeah.
There's CUNY.
That
Great
2
shot
definitely
of
a
that
little faster than the 77.
Yeah, I mean,
CUNY trying to get out of the way.
yeah. I think I don't know. I think she might be trying to.
Not getting any help.
She's got some help from that 31 car. She's faster than the 77, but we knew that. But you see the inside just completely freight training them all.
Yeah.
I'm very nervous right now, though, because this is looking a little sketchy. Oh, we got Goofy.
Where do you,
Tyler
Bet you Angel
nearly up
a little
into the
bit.
safer barrier there.
Angel's laughing a little bit. Quiet Girl's just stuck in the middle.
yeah, what do you think that? What do you think
Fun.
that? What do you think Quiet Girl's saying right now? Both those cars going around on the both sides.
Ruh-roh.
Please don't sneeze. Please don't sneeze. Please don't sneeze. Please don't sneeze.
She's
She's
still
trying
wide
to get rid of
open.
Samurai 82, and she's going to be right behind Amaterasu, which is probably a godsend to her right now. She's going
Slides right in.
slide in between her and Silverwing.
Silverwing gonna be
RCB.
playing. I think Silverwing's gonna have to play the play it safe card for the rest of the race now because he's got some pretty good damage.
How many lives do you want to spend on this race?
Luckily-
Answer, not many.
Luckily for Quiet Girl, you know, saying Rut-Row didn't end as bad as it did last time we heard that. So
It's because it wasn't Darryl Waltrip that said it.
At least,
Oh,
at
wow,
least she didn't let
RCB.
you take the wheel.
RCB about hooked that 69 car back there. Now they see
Three
single
to 50 car.
file. Yep, folks.
I tell you what,
Daytona.
I would be single file if that after that big wreck.
Oh yeah, I would too. I don't blame one
They
bit.
slotted, especially Reshiram, because he almost had it all ended.
I think.
So
Same
I'd
for
be
Goofy
very
Tyler,
passive
NASCAR
right now.
fans counting his lucky stars. He's riding at the back now.
As we just finished talking about single file, they double up.
At least it's double and not 3 wide.
I don't think they have really enough cars to do that. And I mean that though. I don't think there's enough cars to really to do
Two of
that
the F1
effectively.
rivals with each other, Amaterasu and Kini Kenoshita. Storied history between those two. So this is a nice little nuclear war zone right here.
Yeah. I think that's still an understatement.
Yeah, it's
What I
no man's land.
What I like about this
Literally.
is that Goofy Tyler is able to pull away on his own with minimal draft from that 60 car.
Chugga, choo, choo, and 3 wide.
I highly believe that 19 is going to suck up to this group here.
I tell you what, if we need anything to happen, I know what to do. Just talk about how it can't happen anymore.
Exactly.
Commentators curse Angel to the bottom.
Oh, is Angel going to the lead?
I
Yep.
think she's trying.
Chugga, choo, choo. Well,
Now,
she was going to.
While
and
we
then-
are trying to show you the leaderboard in full, we are going to have to go through quickly every couple of laps there, just so we know where things at in case the rain does hit.
Yeah, but here we go again.
Yeah, I
3
was-
wide
I was
for the lead.
Wide for
I was
the
getting ready to
lead.
say. I was getting ready to say, for those watching, it's not for your benefit, it's for ours.
It's definitely for your
Um,
benefit too, especially when I go through there slowly every couple of
Oh, that was a tight fit for Cybertron up there.
Yeah, Jerry Geeney's going to lead the lap there.
The 2 remaining Toyota teammates right there.
See Quiet Girl and Goofy Tyler tandeming a little bit there.
See Race Car and Clayton Hardy out of the race. Zeragini and D Cybertron still in it.
Okay, so
Luckily.
3 of the 4. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, half the Toyota Team Quattro cars are completely done. And the way those two are behaving around each other, it's not going to take much for the entire team to be done.
I am very worried. I don't like what I see right now. And it's like we said earlier, they're racing the weather. We're not racing a halfway, but they're racing the rain. They want to have the best track position, because if this thing rains, it's going to take a while to dry out, and it's probably going to be nighttime by the time we get rebooted. So, and we don't know how the cars are going to handle at night.
You'd rather be up front when everyone starts experimenting.
Well, I mean, one thing that'll always help your car is clean air. That's the best thing you can have for a car setup is clean air. So I'd want to be out front if it turns nighttime, because these cars are all set up for a day race, which it is now, but we're getting closer and closer to those evening hours, especially that red flag set us back a little more. I mean, the race is going to end at daytime at this rate, but...
We were talking about Goofy Tyler being a freight train. Quiet Girl's actually getting by him.
I think they're trying to
So-
leapfrog a little bit, because I saw the 19 in front, then the 87 in front. I think they're leapfrogging each other, trying to get themselves up to the front.
They worked well at Armory Digital last year, so it's not
Yeah.
it's not anything new for them.
Now, this
what
is also
is
not
new is the
anything
fact
new.
that
Right here, 3 wide all the way back. I didn't think they could do it. I didn't think they have enough cars to actually make it work, but I guess they do.
Now, has this series had night races at Daytona before? As I am new to this.
Yes, it
Yeah.
has. It has had.
All right, so then if we do get rain, it does lead into the night. That'll definitely give some of these veterans maybe a bit of an extra edge.
Yeah.
People who have been here multiple seasons to know what to do with the car.
Yes.
Yeah, that is actually a very good point. Is that the experience is going to mean a lot for a lot of the guys that have made
and
starts at Daytona.
And the same here. You've got. I mean, look at your first rookie is GT Racer 22 in this group. The whole top 5 are people
Angel.
who've raced here before. Granted, the 7 and the 0, it's their first 400, but they've raced at Daytona.
Has Angel raced here before?
She's raced here, yeah. I believe so.
I believe you said it was also Bambi's first 400.
Yeah, this
Yep.
is Bambi's first
Concept
400.
Cup
I don't think Angel has. I think Angel came in halfway through the season.
She's ran restrictor plate. I believe she ran the shootout.
Okay, well she's got shootout experience then.
She ran the shootout in that special number 81 car, worth noting.
Only going to see that one more time, at least one more time, and that's the night race here at Daytona.
Yep.
So that all ties in pretty well, and then possibly if she's in championship contention, then we'll see it at home stuff.
Speaking of GT Racer 22, he's going to go to the inside and go look for the lead here.
Yeah, and he's going to take it.
Possibly.
Yep.
Possibly. You've got Smurfy Bug. And Smurfy Bug's actually been really competitive.
With Niku Driver HC and Jaragini, I'd get back down to the bottom, bud. I think, and I honestly, you can quote me on this. I think.
Ooh.
I went up on, I believe, is that Jordan?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
Jordan. I think Smurfy Bug has a serious shot to win this race right now.
Yep, Smurfy Bug and the bottom line going now.
I mean, it's still
SVX going to
early.
make the jump. So this is going to thin everyone out a good bit.
And that's great for Quiet Girl and Goofy Tyler.
Because
Although
by the
seem
time
to
they
be
get to
swallowed
it,
up. These guys got single file. NASCAR fan got this group single file, so now they're all going to be a little bit quicker. See that?
Field General.
And right there, here they are.
There they are.
Works out. I mean, the 10 car still, that outside line is going to get stacked up a little bit, but the inside line should be able to weed through there. And there they go.
Amazing helicopter. Wonder
Yeah.
how much Race paid the U.S. Army for it.
Good amount, I'm sure, but it's worth it because we're getting some amazing shots right now. This is probably the best camera angle for a race like this. And again, if you are enjoying this, we are sad to say this is the only time you're going to see a full-length race this year. There has been talk about Homestead, but it's very slim chances. Especially with the issues we've endured with everything. It's definitely... It's a lot of fun to have you guys in the booth here, though. I do appreciate it, and it's good practice for further endeavors. So
Yeah. Yeah, and as much as I would like to do it again for, Homestead, I also want to make sure I do it before I'm 50.
yeah. Oh wow! Look at Whitetail and NASCAR.
Wow!
Man. They were tandem drafting, dude.
Chugga, 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 chugga,
They were
choo,
tandem
choo.
drafting, and that's something
Chugga,
you
chugga,
see
chugga, Is that,
maybe once in a
Samurai
blue
8
moon.
Juice on the bottom? Samurai 8 Juice holding the inside line up now?
Yep.
They had to hit the brakes.
Yeah. RCB came screaming up there too, man, but Whitetail and NASCAR fan, oh man, they had to have been going at least 210.
And everyone's like, oh, IndyCar Daytona is an amazing idea. Imagine this at 240. No,
Yeah, I'd rather
no, thank you.
not. We have roofs just in case. They don't.
Yeah.
We have roofs. They don't. When our cars hit the fence, they actually still somewhat look like a car. They look like cheese shrubs.
Oh, man.
They look like half of a car, i.e. Austin Dillon. See now, not sure why they're riding around behind the 77. They're
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna
that's what
go
I'm
anywhere.
wondering. Because many a time they've had the room to go to the outside.
Yeah, I
See,
almost
that
think that
is-
they're just. I think they might be wanting to do that and way back. I don't know. I would say this because they think that it's a little wild up at the front, but the front's all thinned out for the most part. I mean, now they're grouping up a little bit more, but the majority of the field's thinned out. I don't know why they'd be wanting to play hang back. It just, I don't know.
They want to stay away from Smurfy Bug and Harsh, possibly? I don't know. I mean,
I wouldn't
most of
even
them are
say
still
that
running.
because Harsk has never. I haven't seen many bonehead moves from either of them, and Harsk's been here
No.
for half a season. So
And he's won 3 races.
yeah, he's technically a champion. He's won the Concept Cup, so which it is its own championship. It's basically it's the equivalent of Rookie of the Year because
Yeah.
we couldn't have a Rookie of the Year because it was the first season. So now we have the Concept Cup has basically become Rookie of the Year, but
And there's a lot of them.
yeah, 17 I think it was rookies starting, 21 rookies.
Yeah, 17 complete rookies, and then you've got 6 others
23
making their
started,
first 400
23
start.
is first 400, 17 rookies. Yeah. So Harsk, as you mentioned, in command right now.
By a decent margin, like he's able to move around. So does
Ooh.
GT916, it looks like.
30 cars still running.
GT Racer 916 would be amazing. Throwback to the old Japan Grand Touring Car Championship with the Pennzoil scheme.
Yep. And a beautiful car it is. I know GT Racer 22 also has a, not really a throwback, more of a reference to the Raybrig NSX.
Not really. It's, he's not using it right now. He's using the Martini scheme right now.
Yeah, he's using Martini scheme right now. But I mean, he has a paint scheme lined up for
Yeah.
running this season. It's a shame that it's not. It's a shame that it's so cloudy right now because that Martini car in the sunlight is beautiful. Because it's got a very nice metallic sparkle to it.
See, NASCAR 1400. I don't believe this is for. It is for lead.
It is for the lead. Yep. He missed out on that
So-
lap by just a hair. 2 out of the 4 Team Kate Upton cars up front, all 4 of them still running without damage. So
I'm wondering where the other 2 went, because I know earlier there was only one of them up here in this front pack, and the other 3 were at the back, so I'm wondering if maybe the other 2 decided to opt
The
out
other 2
and
went
run
this
back
way.
here.
and Doodle, the
Back.
B-Man and Doodle are both riding around this second group here. It looks like Goofy Tyler trying to make the pack go again.
Made the second pack great again.
Leave the booth. So the 19 there, leading that secondary pack.
Just need to paint that on the camera on the
Turn it off, Hardy's
car.
mic, please.
Yeah, let me get there and do that right now. So, wow. Oh, I see.
I mean,
They
it's
caught
not-
the 2
yeah.
car. I didn't see that at first. I was about to say, whoa. They've been tandeming while we were away.
Competition Goofy Tyler to make an orange car.
Can you stop?
That's a meme machine right there. That'd be an absolute meme machine. Put Dodge to shame.
So we have, I'm not going to mention the lap. You can see it. We've got 92 laps to go.
So MLG, bro.
We are going to be 11 laps from halfway this time by. So,
Getting
See
ready to
our
watch
leaders.
the demise of the B-Man and the Cybertron.
boop, 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 boop.
I
tell you what.
Look, there's Kenosha.
Ooh.
Hardy, are you commentating the same race we're commentating with all these MLG references? I think you're commentating something like Call of Duty.
Oh man, there's the web route burn of the race. I don't... Man, now you see Kenosha. As soon as they got grouped back up, Kenosha holding up 4 or 5 cars on that outside line.
Letting the line with her teammate, with her teammates, because NASCAR 1400 there too.
Is she getting lapped again, or was she just with them? the
She's
whole
getting
time?
lapped.
She's getting lapped again.
Maybe there's
She's
some
definitely-
further issue with this car then than maybe just we were thinking tape earlier.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming
Yeah.
that maybe there was tape on it, and it made the car overheat to the point that she was losing horsepower. That's my guess.
Yeah, she's immediately just been left.
Because she's not so far off the pace that she's, like, dropped a cylinder. I don't think. But, I don't know. And none of the other KANS...
Angel let a end of that.
issue. Yep, Angel.
Yeah, because one of them just led.
Yeah, the other one's right there. And Silverwing, of course, has some crash damage, so...
Poor Silverwing.
Go,
3
that's
wide
what-
per
Right.
second,
Right.
the Pakistani blocking 3 lanes of traffic. Angel, no help on the outside.
For a second there, I thought that was for the lead again. Oh, we're gonna
Hey,
catch
look,
Jordan again.
the
Oh
Silverwing
my
car.
god.
Oh dear. Smurfy
He
Bug,
drove his
very
black car.
impatient with the 10 car.
Man, I tell you what,
Don't get
Oh,
banned,
that's
don't get
just
banned,
how...
don't get banned.
oh,
I'm
that's-
thinking we may need I'm thinking they may need to have a little extensive drivers meeting with some of these guys, telling them if you're getting lapped, just hold your line, because
I
these
think
guys
they
have been
might-
all over the place all day.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's almost caused an incident there, and I don't blame Smurfy Bug for being super impatient there at the 10 car.
At the same time, I think Jordan was moving in response to Smurfy Bug moving, because Smurfy Bug's been jumping up and down all 3 lanes of traffic the entire time.
There was nobody on that very, very, very high line, and
He just went from the bottom to the top and then back to the bottom again. And I
even
mean,
if somebody's trying to get around you, you hold your line. You shouldn't be
as a lap
trying-
car, yeah, you shouldn't be
you
doing that.
should make one move and then stick to it. If it was a bad move, it was a bad move. You just stay. You
Ridicule the webmaster. This will go over well. No, I'm kidding.
You make one. No, I mean, I'm saying this because the other. It's just the.
I was joking around because I was doing it too. You know,
Yeah.
like.
I'm not.
And this isn't just
criticizing.
specifically for him. This is just kind of like in general for lap cars. You know, like.
Yeah, I'm not criticizing anybody in particular. It's just the common courtesy is that you make one move about a corner before they catch you, and you maintain that line. If it turns out
it's their job to get around you.
if it turns out that 7 cars decide to just follow you, then that's their own fault. You held your line.
Chugga, 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 chugga,
Yeah,
chugga.
exactly. You know, but it's when you get that whole, you're moving up and down the track being sporadic.
That's
Is
what
very
causes the
hard.
That's exactly what caused the big one,
Yeah, it's just,
and that's what caused it last year, and that's what almost got the 7 car suspended 1 race in. I mean,
Back when it was not Angel.
yes, that was Mr. Unknown, who actually he got his ride suspended later in the season, and gave a great opportunity for.
Oh, they caught another
CSMD.
lap car. That was a pretty big checkup. And again, they're
I
just
feel
kinda
like he might
all
be
over the
trying to pit though now. Maybe. No.
Maybe.
not.
But at least he stayed on the bottom this time. Like, he got to the bottom, he stayed there so far.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him because there's not really. I mean, look, where are you gonna go in this situation? Oh, we got a blown engine.
Yeah.
It's quiet, girl.
Angel just let out a
It looks
giant
like
cheer.
she's off the racing surface. I don't
Looks
know.
like she might have came out of
She's-
pit lane.
No,
I don't
she's
know if
got
she did or
smoke.
not.
There's smoke coming out of the back of the 87 machine. It's blown the engine.
Yeah, I know, but it looked like she was like she had just
Yeah.
come out of pit lane.
Now, I'm wondering if...
No, I'm
Is there
thinking
go-
it blew in the tri-oval.
I'm wondering if there's going to... is there going to...
If she
I
can
wonder if
make
she's
it
gonna be
back,
yellow for this.
If she can make it back, it'll stay green. She's holding about.
But this will be
109.
interesting. This will be interesting, though, because now we got to think. If she's dumping oil onto that apron, what are we going to do on our next pit stops?
Yeah, that is interesting. That's. I mean, there's one way to find out, and I hate to say that.
It's the hard way.
Now I am up here. I can throw a caution flag, but I don't.
She's been off the racing servers. I don't think
Yeah, I don't
she's dumped
see any
oil down
issues.
on the track itself.
I don't.
Then it
think
may not.
so.
And is it even really blown engine? Because it doesn't look like there's a lot of smoke.
I
It
have
looked like
not.
there's a whole terrible amount of.
And there are
smoke.
and there's been engines that have blown plenty of times before, and it hasn't caused an issue. But now we'll see here. We'll see here. See if.
Oh, here we go. Perfect timing.
We will see.
And it looks like
this,
they're all going to
though.
get on fine.
See the 0 car.
Yeah, that
squiggle-
was fine.
0 car squiggled just a little bit, but nothing serious. I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
not even sure if it was a full engine that just let go. Maybe, something minor,
Yeah, I
maybe
don't
like
think it was
gearbox.
the engine. It might have been the gearbox. You're right, because she was holding 109 miles an hour, and that's about top end in second gear. So.
Well, we can probably scroll down and see.
Yeah. Let's camshaft.
Camshaft.
So it was steering. I
Interesting.
believe.
Smurfy Bug in and out. Looks like a very organized stop here. They've gotten a lot better from the lap 7 pit stops to the lap 77 pit stops.
Hey, look, Jordan.
Yep. Nice and easy here.
Wait,
I don't.
That's okay. Angel. I guess Angel pit beforehand. I guess Angel pit the lap before.
I'm more concerned about Hardy referring to the camshaft as steering.
Yeah, I know. I
Drive shaft. No, not even that. Is it? Yeah.
No, that's the power to the rear wheels.
We're the commentators, not the mechanics. Oh lord.
you know, the most expertise I have on a car is a 2001 Cavalier.
Steering
Don't mention
shaft,
that on
that's
stream.
what it is.
Don't mention it. Don't mention it, Hardy.
There's enough
So,
memes
yeah.
surrounding that as it is.
Yeah.
Sisters.
Camshaft, yeah, that's within the engine, so it's something within the engine let go, but it wasn't a full engine failure, so.
Yeah.
It didn't say engine. It just said camshaft. So
Definitely a bad
so
day,
yeah.
though. Definitely a bad day for her. She had a great day going, so that's bad luck rather than a bad day.
Yeah.
RCB
She
all
was
by him.
running
No,
strong.
okay, this concerns me. RCB's in the pits all by himself. So
All by myself. I'll stop.
that's definitely not something you want to do. RCB 929.
Well, at the same time, he was kind of alone anyway. You might as well just come in.
He was kind
Yeah.
of flirting around. Looks like NASCAR fan might have pit by himself as well, but he's gonna be caught by the 11, so I don't think it'll be a big issue for the 80 car.
Well, RCB also led a lap. He might have stayed out just to lead.
Yep, that could be
That
true.
is
Although
true.
again, no bonus points. So other than to say
Wow.
that you did it,
Bum, 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 ba-da-ba-da-bum, bum,
which
bum.
people do. I mean, hey, I led a lap in the Daytona 400 in my first start.
Which, know anything about RCB, that would definitely be, maybe it was just to say he led a lap. That was definitely, that would definitely, a nice confidence booster to say, hey, I led a lap in the Daytona 400.
He had lost the draft in the beginning of the race too, before that first caution. So he's had a very roller coaster day. But he is he's gonna be caught there. Who is that? Oh, that's Kenoshita. So Cuny Kenoshita and TB. So there's
And then Jordan.
yeah, he's definitely gonna be having. That's gonna bite him.
He's just gonna be cruising around.
He's gonna need a yellow. I'm thinking.
Pour it out.
So Smurfy Bug is the leader. Where is he now? He is in a group of 3 again. It's just a different group of 3 now. It is Smurfy Bug, all rookies. How about that?
Jake Racer 22.
It seems like Smurfy Bug, though, he was in both groups of 3, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yep.
He led.
He has a very strong car today.
So $50,000.
I never thought I'd say that.
$50,000 goes to the leader of the halfway point. So this is. For
Oh, this is...
50
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right here, 50 grand. And it's gonna go to Smurfy Bug.
Thinking Smurfy Bug. Yep.
So there you go, Smurf. You just made your paycheck a little bit bigger. And these are 3 rookies right here. All of them in their first Daytona 400 start. Boy, oh boy, this is... Uh-oh.
Lose my mind.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
We've got the
You know,
19 leading this group.
Chug
Look
it,
out.
chug it. And then you got 2 of the luckiest people today. Beaker Glover
Yeah,
and
right
NASCAR
there,
1400
too.
just sitting there.
Both of them
Can-
restrictor plate winners.
They should have bought lottery tickets. They should have bought lottery tickets.
I'd be scared to be around them at this point now, because I feel like they may have just used up all their luck already.
But they're both restrictor plate winners, and they're right behind Goofy Tyler. So this is probably the strongest group of cars if they can
Yeah.
get single file here. If NAS can tuck down behind BK, this could be a strong run. And now there they go. They're single file. So these guys.
You know-
Yeah, they're gonna be super unlucky to where like they look everywhere in their mirror and they look around and the spotters are doing an amazing job and they get hit by a random meteor. Just boom. Just those
They're
2
gonna
cars.
they're gonna find themselves 10 to go in the middle line with people going around both. No, we made that joke already.
We already made that. There's no AC Delco
Watch
number
it be
2
funny.
car.
Watch it
We-
be funny. Watch it be funny. Trope saying it and then it happens.
We need to force the 2. We need to force TB WHHS to make a AC Delco car.
Just for a Daytona race,
Just
though.
for the Talladega. Just for the first Talladega race. The Aaron's 360. Just need to do that.
Whoever has the number 8 needs to make a Oreo scheme.
That would be SVX, your current leader. See the speed these guys are
Not
running.
sure.
See, these guys are only running 200 miles
200.
an hour.
Yeah.
202.
But
201.
even
Look at how much
still,
they caught him
it's-
already.
I tell you, even if something goes wrong with Smurfy Buggy at this point, he should be taking pride in the fact that he has what seemed to be the strongest car all race.
He definitely has.
Yeah,
He's
he's had the
had
most consistent car.
undoubtedly the strongest car of the race.
He's back to the lead.
Yep. And that's not
That
like-
team and that crew have set up a fantastic race car for him today.
I don't think we've talked enough about SVX and GT Racer either, though. They've been up at the front the majority of the day. They've kept it clean, and that's what you
Yeah.
need to do at Daytona. For these three rookies have had a great game plan. They have had the game plan, keep it clean, and then race. I think that's something that a lot of these rookies were overlooking. They were race, and they crashed out. These three here, and a lot of the others, and not take anything away from anybody else, everybody that's still running had that mentality, let's not crash, and then we'll race.
Oh, we're going to buy a lap car here, Jordan again.
It works.
He's
well
going to go
for
to the
these-
bottom.
It works well for these groups though, because there's a heck of a lot more room to take up. However, 22s, this is really going to break the draft a bit here. Now we're right on board with Jordan, looking out the back bumper, and then of course we can go to the front bumper here. You see them driving away. You look back and see this coming at you.
And you're just thinking, ruh-roh.
This is where you. This is where you turn and scream, "Mommy!"
Oh, please stay high,
Please
Jordan.
just stay high.
Oh no, Jordan.
Oh, and no.
I hate that I don't want to say anything because I enjoy my subscription to premium service, and
I'm just gonna pull right up in the middle. What are you? I'm sorry.
I think that was a good idea to pull in the middle.
And then into the top. Okay, now he's trying to get to the high side, but that's again like.
I think the middle was a good call. There was one car in the middle line. It let both people on the outside and the inside by. It was the least populated. I think it was dangerous, but I think it was smart because
It was decent because it was either you hold up 9 cars, they hold up 1,
yeah, exactly.
and then he moved,
and the thing with that,
and then after he got out of the tri-oval, he moved lanes to where everyone
was less
else
dangerous.
could move
now,
down.
I really think that was a good call on Jordan's part because he knew they were double file. I think moving to the middle was probably it's sketchy,
Yeah.
but it's sketchy anyways. That was the best thing
It's
I think.
gonna be
Yeah.
sketchy regardless.
I think the most sketchy thing there was still definitely the drop to the bottom as they caught him.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
definitely a bad move, but I think he redeemed himself by getting out of the
Yeah,
way.
getting out of the way pretty well after
And
it
I-
all happened. So
And I think this is going to help him because now they're going to be single file here. You see, looking at the speed trap with NASCAR fan, 203, 204 maybe here. Yeah, 204.
Yep.
I'm sure a couple guys are hitting 205 down here. Skip ahead here. We'll see how these guys.
They're not even at 200.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're in the corner. These guys are holding 200 in the corner, so they are gaining. We'll look at what the difference in time is here. It's 2.5 seconds last time by. 2.3. They knocked out about a tenth and a half. So, it's going to be a slow game, but it's going to be a game.
yeah, but they will get there.
The question is, though, are they going to catch him in time before the next green flag pit stops? And these guys can even run in a pack if they want. It's not as fast, but they can run in this pack and make it work because see that outside line only holding about 199 with 2 cars, and you see the difference right there even in this pack. So far I think it's been a good race.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of action, a lot of 3 wide. Things have been going pretty well.
And most of all, people, for the most part, have stayed smart, and these cars have been staying on the ground, which is what we need to see. And now, oh, you see SVX, one of the cars in that lead pack now, held up by the 77. So now it's a 2-car breakaway, and now you see they're there.
This is going to be scary.
They're there.
That's a big checkup.
I don't understand Goofy Tyler's motivation. He could have easily stayed in the middle and gotten by.
I don't think he wanted to risk it. And I think he might be... It might be ingenious, because I'm thinking he's probably going to try and get a run on this second group. If they can get around the 77 in time, I don't think they will. I think they might lose this pack now. I think Goofy Tyler wanted to drop back, get the cars behind him, and make a big run at that group, but I think they just lost him because the 77 wouldn't move. Which it wasn't the 77.
Of course. Yeah, I was going to say, like, at the moment that he does what we're supposed to do, which is, you know, not move, and, you know.
I'm not saying that like it was a bad call on the 77. I'm thinking the 19 was anticipating him to be moving everywhere. And when they didn't, I think they're still pretty safe. They got 4 strong cars right there, 5 strong cars right there. But they are just outside of the draft. But we do have a lead pack again.
Yeah, because we totally missed the terrible, you know, 3 wide racing that could possibly end careers.
Well, it's 2 wide now. Let me go through the order here slowly so you can actually see what's going on more. And they're going to catch 2 more lap cars. So this is actually going to be a godsend for those 4 that got caught up last time. See that full run through the field on the top left. Now, these guys hooked right there on the bottom. Ooh, wow. Reshiram made a big move right when Dustone made a move. And they're blocking both lanes now. That's the thing about catching 2 lap cars. Is look at how quickly these guys get up here, though.
Yeah, like, those lap cars get side by side in front of you. There are absolutely nowhere to go.
And this is the thing we didn't have to deal with in the Gatorade duels. We didn't have lap cars with damage. We had 1 car off the pace that stayed off the pace. I don't think they even got lapped because it was like an 80 lap race, 40 lap race even. I can't remember for sure, but it bunched the pack up. We had a 2-3 car breakaway, and now it's being led by Kenosha. Look at Kenosha.
She's carrying the team name. She's carrying the team forward. NASA's here. I think she might be waiting for Angel.
I feel like she might be frustrated that... I think she's trying to just keep herself in the pack, because she hangs around the pack for a little bit before she drops out. And I think she knows if she can stay at the front of that pack, she can stay in the pack. But doesn't quite justify...
I can be the caboose.
I don't think it justifies being...
No, it doesn't.
2-3 laps down, darting back and forth, but there's reason behind it. She's not doing it to do it.
She's not doing it just for the lulz. She's doing it because, you know, I want to be around people.
She's
it gets
got a
lonely.
Race.
It gets lonely alone.
Now, I don't know why she's blocking the 30 there. I think she's thinking if somebody pushes her, she'll be faster, but...
Yeah, she will. She'll be faster into the safer barrier.
But there's just not enough speed.
Yeah.
That's where the DPS goes to.
I mean, there's a difference between Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, like, she held up that packet a lot there. That 2 car even started catching back up.
Yeah, and the thing is, I know... there's a difference between being like, say... a Matarasu. You've got some hood damage, but you can still run very fast. There's no damage to the 00, and I'm assuming she's probably thinking, well, if I'm tucked up in a pack, why can't I stay up here, even if I do have a couple of horsepower gone? She's almost to the point where she could, but there's just not enough. It
hasn't kicked in yet.
Too much damage is done to that 00's car internally. There's just too much damage. Which is a shame, and you see Goofy Tyler now blocking CUNY Kenosha style. But, you know, I don't blame her. I don't think the drivers are going to be too upset with that. Because she doesn't have damage, you know. It looks like she should be able to run up there, but she just... You can't, you know. So, Dustone leads that lap, and you see the 22 and the 19... within a thousandth of each other there for second place at the line, and that could be a finish. The last year's race was in a photo finish. Raffle Waffle.
Let's see.
Looks like Skython gonna go back up there. Help from Reshiram. Both of them from AUNZ. I like what Skython did there. Did you guys see that?
Well,
Kind of coming out of turn 4, went up and blocked the line just to stunt the 22's momentum, and then jumped back down with the 05. I like what he did there. See,
now that inside line's catching up.
Goofy
Now,
Tyler
was-
hanging around.
Was the 05 the one that was involved in that wreck
Big one?
earlier?
Yeah.
Barely. He initiated it. He was the one who spun the 15, but yes, he was involved.
I'm gonna go on Jordan
There's
again.
Jordan.
There's
Here
Jordan.
we go. Let's see if he moves up the track.
No, he's holding his line. Oh. Spoke too soon. Oh. Oh, contact!
That's froze up.
Oh. We've got big contact
There we
there,
go.
but we've got the 0 in the wall. I'll fix the, I'll try and fix Skype there in a second there, but very hairy moment right now. Put Harsk in the wall. The 8, the 19, and the 76 drop off the pace, as well as the 0. That could have been huge because Jordan switched lines again. And he's still switching lines.
I feel like at this point, I feel like they may have to talk to him after this race about this.
Yeah, I am thinking it's, and yes, the screen, I'm assuming, is frozen as well in the broadcast. Quickly trying to fix the broadcast for our fellow commentators to be able to actually see what's going on. Thanks, Skype, for that. But, yeah, a very hairy moment there. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they talked to him, go over the radio and talk to him under a caution or something, or tell the spotter now. I mean, I'm not sure. Did the I'm not even sure. I mean, they were 2-3 wide. There wasn't a lot of places you could have gone, but hold your line.
Yeah, even still, like, weaving all over the place makes it that much harder.
And it was Reshiram who actually made contact with the 10, about hooked him. They were temporarily 4 wide. Harsk was, I'm assuming, bracing for a crash, scraped the outside wall. Goofy Tyler had to get off the gas. Now, the 0 and the 19 got back to the pack. The 8 and the 76 did not.
And that 8 been doing strong, too.
Yeah.
Or at least he was.
He still is. I think he might have a little whiff of draft right now. And if he falls back, he's going to fall back to the 7 and the Team Kate Upton crew, which has been gaining ever so slightly. So he's not out by any means. Of course, a caution put him right back up there. So NASCAR fan taking a peek at the inside the 25. They're going to go 3 wide here. Try and help the 11 perhaps. The 11 dives to the outside. Now the 80's in the sucker hole. You know what the worst thing is as a driver? You're in the middle, and cars going by, and cars going by you on both sides, and you're in the middle, and you're still wide open, and you say, "Ruh-roh," and the caution lights aren't on, so that, but they're 4 wide.
At least they're trying. They're trying to make your dream come true, you know?
Yeah, it's not a dream come true by any means. So this is a great shot right now. You can see the whole field as they go by.
Bum bum bum.
Tell you what, I can't wait to see the can't wait to see that shot smoothly in the final final production there.
I do apologize for that, but it's just Skype is not a good product to use
At least for this purpose.
for this. So you're riding on board with, I believe it's one of the Team Kate Upton cars. I'm gonna take a gamble
Let's get
here
that hood
and
cam action.
Gonna take a gamble and say that it's the B-Man. It is. Riding right behind the Hoonigan, M&M's, Dollar General, I Brake for Trains, Valvoline, Kyle Petty, M&M's, Valvoline machine.
Dollar General.
Lamborghini. think he's got more sponsors on that card than Chick Hicks.
That's a throwback.
Next race, you think we'll see him having sponsorships right on the windshield?
Going all stock car Brazil.
Got Wonder Bread on the windshield.
Boy, it sure is inconvenient.
I do love Wonder Bread.
Little shaking and baking back here at the 0 and the 80. Saw him sliding around. The 11's there as well. The 5, the 05. 77 really held them up. But this is great news for the 8 and the 8 car and potentially the 76.
So, that moment when I was supposed to be broadcasting, but instead I made a tweet criticizing Skype for commentary. Yeah, we've officially reached that point of life.
Poor Clayton's running on 4 hours of sleep the past 48 hours, so...
Yeah, it's pretty bad. My first thought is, hey, I can tweet about this.
It's funny to note that it is getting released on the 10th of July, but this is a 4th of July filming, so happy Independence Day out there to everybody, and thank you again to all the troops.
Nothing more suitable, nothing could be more American right now.
And again, thank you for all the troops who have served and are serving. And we have one car in the pit lane, BK Glover, all by himself. No, he's got the 8 car, but I don't even think 2 cars is going to be enough to help there. Angel's in as well. So
yep. The only thing that'd be more American is if
Angel's coming in. Angel's coming in, so everything's automatically better.
You see the 4 of Suzumiya and Amaterasu coming out of the pit. Now, it's going to be interesting. Because the advantage they're going to gain is that they came in by themselves, so there's not going to be any congestion. But there's no draft.
Where's my draft?
Here comes another group. 3 more cars here, it looks like. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is a pretty big group.
These guys will definitely be pretty safe here if they come out together.
As Jock was coming out of the pit lane, the B-man was diving in. Sketchy, sketchy.
It's crazy to think. You'd think the place on the racetrack where they're only going like 60 would be the safest, but it's far from it.
Rush hour at 200 miles an hour, and then you hit a stoplight.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if anybody takes 2 tires here. Here comes oh wow, B-man lifted. I know you couldn't hear it, but the B-man lifted for the 19 there. Resharam having a strong run despite triggering the big one. No fault of his own, but see here,
okay,
here's
yeah,
BK Glover. Okay, this works out for BK and them. I was worried because I didn't think there was going to be enough support there.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
I tell you what, this is a little bit off topic. Not off topic, but I tell you what, those Pontiacs on this Gen 6 look fantastic.
They really do, and last year's weren't bad, but this year's are absolutely incredible.
Yeah, just that's incredible.
And a big thank you to Mystical and Armory Digital Racing for supplying not only the Honda, but indeed the Pontiac and the Dodge. So, thank you.
How about the Audi?
That Honda looks good too. So
thank you, Armory Digital, for supplying half of the manufacturers, just under half of the manufacturers available to us. Big
And
Evil
one of the
Racing
most
supplying the other
speedways.
ones.
did I miss something? Is there what just under? Isn't there 6, or is there a 7th manufacturer I'm not aware of?
Well, there's Audi, Ford, Chevy.
Oh, Audi. Okay, Audi's the one I forgot about. No,
Yep.
my bad.
Yep.
Because I think they're all out. That's why I forgot about them.
Now Harsky's
Oh.
top 5.
I've been.
3
Don't wanna
wide
say
for no
but-
reason here with the Team Kate Upton guys. That's just like Team Kate Upton though.
Maybe they're just trying.
It's about to be an American mugging right now.
Maybe they're just trying to rattle the 19's cage, if you know what I mean.
Just rattle his cage a little bit. We all know how that
Yeah,
ended up.
You'll become one of us.
I don't think he's
Yeah, box him in. That's what it looks like they're doing.
Looks like a couple
Maybe
of
he
cop
did
cars.
something.
Looks like 2 cop cars chasing somebody.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Don't even
I'd like
talk
to
about
thank our
that. Me and
resident flight
it's
car
off topic.
sound
It's off topic. But me and Hardy were doing a try not to laugh comp, and oh, them SpongeBob vines get me every time. So I think this is the lead still.
Yeah.
12 car, 1 lap down. NASCAR fan leading, and Goofy Tyler, and guess where?
Rigged.
So the 25 and the 20, right
Oh
there.
look, 19 in second place. 19 in
If
second
you're-
place. Go
Yeah,
If
that's
you're
what I
wondering,
said.
if you're wondering where we get our fantastic sound effects from, you can purchase the Clayton Hardy soundboard on the App Store.
Look at this, 3 wide. And RCB here, you know, I knew it would hurt him doing the stay out and lead a lap thing. But he's obviously,
right
you
there.
see, he still has pace.
He's in a fantastic position right now because he'd be the first person on the inside line if a caution comes out right about now.
Well, if he gets in front of the 80 car, he won't even have to worry about that inside line. He'll be in the back, which might sound worse, but hey, you're on the lead lap.
I like being a rebel. Let's cause some trouble.
And
Yeah,
that's
you keep
why,
doing your thing. I'll be
that's
right
why
back.
the
And-
3
and-
cars in the garage.
Yeah. Hey, that was no fault of my own.
No, I didn't say that.
It just doesn't help that half the Toyota Team Quattro is done. Hey, speaking of which,
Yeah, the other half is running pretty good.
well, you've also got. Oh, yeah, never mind, they're all right there.
Yeah, the other half is running pretty good.
I was gonna say there's only one, and then like, oh, never mind.
So there's Skype
And
on
there's the
there
other
as
half
well.
of the Team Kettleton cars.
Yeah,
Awesome.
So 2 of the Team K. Oh boy, I guarantee you, Jaji did not lift. I think the caution may be out. No? Okay. I thought I saw a yellow light. I'm apologizing for that. I'll apologize that. I thought I saw a yellow light on the side of the track. It might have actually been a fan. 3 wide for the lead in 2 rows.
Goofy Tyler, go Goofy Tyler.
He is on a mission, man. Uh-oh.
He doesn't want to He doesn't want to finish.
Oh dear. Now, Race has warned him, you need to calm down. He hasn't. I don't understand.
Move out of the way.
He's doing He's doing a bit better now, but he did hop up to the top line out of the tri-oval again.
Chugga.
NASCAR fan trying to be bold here by himself. 3 wide. 3 cars in 1 move there. Trying to keep draft with a 69 car, who I don't think is he's a lap down. I don't think he has too much damage. Remember, he got spun.
The 12 and the 69 are battling for position right now.
Yeah, he got spun in that first lap, or first few lap incident. Lap
First
7.
caution.
Yes. Yeah, and you're right. They are battling for position. Now his car's
The only
never
one's
been,
on my
his car's never been the same, but it never really was that bad. NASCAR fan tucking up right behind as well, now making a move to the bottom. Got RCB there. Now they're going to go 3 wide
to the bottom.
again. And that's going to be... Because NASA's trying to get up there with Goofy Tyler
B-Man
and B-Man. And that's the same thing that Winning's trying to do there in the 20 car, but they're stuck in this lap traffic. Which it's
I think
not
there's
even
different
lap,
motivation for the 2 of them.
it's a much better lap traffic. It's not... They're allowed to be kind of shuffling around a
They're
little bit.
competitive. They're not, they're
they're
not
not
like,
bad
oh,
drivers.
we're 15 miles an hour slower. They're like, hey, we're able to keep up here.
Yeah, this is what CUNY was trying to do, and that's why she was blocking furiously, because that 12 car blocked and that 69 blocked, they caught the draft and they stayed in it. So, at least for the time being. Looking back a little further now, we got... I love this camera angle here. It just gives you a great shot of some of these race cars. And it brings out a lot of details that you wouldn't otherwise recognize.
Poor Angel.
Yeah, stuck behind Jordan there. And now she moves down there with Dustone. Dustone, I mentioned it earlier, and I'll mention it again. Dustone's oval game has really stepped up over the past season. So there are your leaders I
It looks like Jacques P22. It looks like he's stepped out. He stepped away from this pack.
Jock has
But he's getting ready. He's getting ready to get caught up by these other guys.
He has a little bit of damage. The 12 car has none. That's the difference there. And it took a while to shuffle the 69 out. It didn't really hold anybody up, but he just, you know, he's struggling. He's there.
Once he got stranded up high, it was just kind of done.
Yeah, he has the power to hang in the pack, but he doesn't have the power to drop a car length from the top and then try and catch back up from there. But he might get back in it right now because there's the 77 car.
Amazing move by the 25 to, you know, kind of jump up
get out
high.
Of the way. Wow, what are you doing? I just that's all I have to say for that.
Wow.
What are you? Oh, this is so hairy right now.
Remember, the NASCAR 1400 soundboard is only available for the iOS store.
Yeah, well, Apple refused.
I can understand why.
I can't. I'd rather have the I'd rather have that soundboard on the iOS store, tell you what. Such classic lines as, oh wow.
And the don't forget the iRacing. You're mad at me because I'm running next to you. Okay.
Well, we know the other one too, but we're not going to say that one here.
We can't go there. We can't go that far off topic, especially when you see the sponsor on the right side of my car.
Wait, what?
Now,
he's so lost.
I just, you know, see, I had left, I just came back, so it's kind of cool to see those K-Dubs racing cars right up there.
Yeah, and the other two are right here.
Well,
yeah, right here.
Yeah, they're right here. 24's right there, and then the 21's right behind.
Okay.
Right here.
It was just a bad angle,
okay,
man. It was a bad angle.
Okay, ESPN.
This is very sketchy.
Look. 77.
Nothing like a 3 wide right behind Sam.
See, this is different, though, because he can't really go anywhere.
Yeah,
Except that probably wasn't...
Whoa. I feel like every time he's made a pit stop, he's gotten a little bit faster.
That just means that just means it's
a little bit more everywhere.
Guessing Angel's extremely off pace now.
But have you?
Okay, that was a good move. That was a good move.
Yeah. Have you noticed that though? I mean, he's been less of a rock.
Yeah. You know what else I've noticed? Is the person we were praising at the beginning and middle of this race for being so fast, he's right there. He's mired back here. Smurfy bug.
I think he might be waiting. I don't know. He got a...
Oh, Angel's top 10.
I tell you,
I was like, where's Angel?
With a car like that, I don't know why he'd be waiting. Because he can run easily right at the front.
I think he's waiting for the last pit stop.
I feel like his last pit stop kind of put him back there, and I'm thinking he's afraid to risk it because of things like that.
That is true.
I think he's waiting, more or less, I think he's just waiting for this final pit stop, because I'm assuming that once they get to this final pit stop, it's done. As far as pit stops go.
I think they can go from here. Oh, is that the caution out? Again, I think, maybe. Am I actually seeing... Yeah, the caution lights are out. What has happened now? I don't see any immediate damage. Leader's intact. Everybody's intact. I'm assuming somebody probably lost an engine. Well, this changes everything.
And we know that we know that unless they decide to stretch it out, they cannot make it on one stop.
I think the tires are going to be the biggest issue here. They can make it 40 on gas, I'm thinking, because
I don't think they're going to make it. I think they've got 2 stops.
I don't know. I'm not.
The average pit stop, and I've been writing this down. The average pit stop is 34 laps.
You've got to think that's an optimization. That's not.
You also got to take into account though. If they could have went to the end, if this caution had came out, if they would have only had one more pit stop, if this caution hadn't come out, do you think they'll stay out?
Nope. There they go.
And then they're all coming in. You'd be a little bit boneheaded to kind of.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see why it would be a problem though. I mean, other
If
than maybe
everybody-
if you're gonna have to change tires anyway. If you stay out, you're gonna have to pit one more time anyway.
If everybody
Yeah.
stayed out, then I don't see an issue with it. It would make sense. But if you stay out now, I don't think there's much to gain. There's everything to lose, nothing to gain.
So it'd be interesting to see, but I don't think we're gonna make it. I think those that make it are those that are going to sandbag everything but the last lap.
See the
You've
pit
got
road opening.
you've got to really save to make it to the end. I think.
I think we saw it in the duels. Now the duels is a different scenario, and you see NASCAR fan out of the pits first. I think
Splash
he may have
pit?
taken 2 tires.
I don't know.
He
We'll
was
see.
ninth.
I'm thinking that we're going to see a lot of people run out.
Well, we'll see.
Run out.
What were you saying about the duels though?
The duels were they made it on a one-stop strat, and I can't remember if it was 150 or 125. I'm thinking it was 150. So they made one pit stop around lap halfway. So I don't know. I'm thinking if there's another caution, absolutely pit. Get it out of your mind. But
Well, if there's another caution, there's no reason to worry about it.
I mean, you're saying like what? Average was like 34 laps.
Yeah, the average
But
that we've seen so far today in the race is
But you've
34
gotta
laps.
think-
But you also got to take
Hardy,
into account they're gonna be
that's
under
an
caution here for a quick.
and you've got to think that's an optimization.
Yeah, that and they're gonna be under caution here for quite a few laps. Well, not quite a few, but a couple. You know what I mean? So
At
it's like,
least- at least 2 more, because lap cars still need a pit.
yeah. So it may not be as big of a stretch as we think it is.
Well,
we'll
sort
see.
things out here. You just saw the pit stop. We'll come back and try and show you what happened there under the bring out the caution, and we'll be back and take you hopefully to the checkered flag. Again, you're watching the 2016 Daytona 400. We'll be right back. NASCAR fan leading with a handful to go.
If you ever thought the V-Spec series on GT Planet took itself too seriously, check out Jaji's. His link is in his signature.
Welcome back to Daytona Beach, Florida, here for the Daytona 400, the first round of the 2016 GT Planet Fantasy Series. You are currently looking at the full leaderboard as of right now. Under caution, we figured out there was debris. We could not find from where, but there was a debris caution. So, we are assuming it was... well, if you don't know, for those of you who are probably going to jump the gun and accuse that I hit the throw caution button, number one, I can only do that if I'm on the track, which I wasn't, and number two, I've learned this myself now. The game actually randomly will throw a caution for debris. I guess it's a what are the odds? 1 in 100,000 chance.
Yeah, it's technically a phantom caution is what it's called, but yeah, it throws a caution at random sometimes. It feels like, like if it feels like there's something wrong. If it feels like there's something wrong on track, it'll just throw it on its own. Now, what would have been wrong? Who knows?
We went back and we checked at the time of caution, a few seconds before the time of caution. We couldn't see any cars slowed. Everybody's still running. I mean, everybody who was still running at the time, still running. So we don't know. But we take a look here. We got 23 cars on the lead lap still, which is pretty good.
30 running, I believe.
I think you're correct. Yep, 29 running. Quiet Girl dropped with the engine earlier.
Oh, yeah, Quiet Girl. Yeah.
And as you see, as we scroll down through the field, a lot of really big names still in it. And a lot of really big names out of it, but a lot of really big names still in it. I'm kind of,
terrible
now
start
that I
of the
look
season
at
for...
it... Go ahead.
Terrible start of the season for people like Michelin and Scuderia Lucas and Swiss Smith, who really didn't need to start off as bad as he finished last year.
What I realized, though, is look at how many rookies are out.
Look how many rookies are still in.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, there's a huge rookie class, so I mean,
you look at your top 5, though. NASCAR Fan 1400, he's won at restrictor plates. He won his duel. He has a strong machine. He got very lucky, but he's still rolling and has a chance. You got Durr winning. Team Kate Upton, always strong here. You got Goofy Tyler. You can never count him out of the restrictor plate race. You can't count him out of any race. He is probably...
Well, you can't count him out of second place anyway.
he's definitely, let's say, the craziest on the track from what we've seen so far.
But it's been working.
But you know what he hasn't done? He hasn't wrecked.
Exactly. And, you know, this is I feel like this top 10 right now is just absolutely stacked. I mean, we talk about Whitetail and Angel. They've been hanging back all day, but they don't have a scratch on their car. And, well, they've got a scratch on their car. They Angel into the wall at one point, and not bad. Nothing to even dent the car too much. But, you know, they have... They're relatively clean. So, I feel like this entire top 10, it's going to be a wild finish. Are we going to see a rookie win? Will Goofy Tyler finally get to victory lane? I mean, what... there's so many unknowns. For all we know, the entire field could wad it up in turn 1, and Jordan wins. I mean,
I don't know.
Anything is possible. You can never count it out if it's in the GTPFS. So, we'll rack it up here. We've got lap 123 of 160, a handful to go. Rain still possibly in the area, but remember, we don't race to halfway. We finish what we start. Green flag back out. Nass leads them down. RCB got a really good jump. Yeah, RCB with a fantastic run right there. He's actually going to get by the 80 car. Holding the inside line. See how those Team Kate Upton cars look for them to shoot. Look for the Team Kate Upton cars to actually shoot back to the front of the pack there, because there's a couple people that dove down there. RCB and NASCAR fans still even. Now NASCAR
Angel's the bottom now.
Yeah, Angel and Bambi down to the bottom there together.
Yeah.
I think she kind of dumped him now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, Bambi jumped to the middle, and Angel just jumped all the way through down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
here we go. We're nearing
Kansas
ready to go.
Motorsport,
Oh, Doodle in the pit lane. Now this is a big strategy call, guys. We were talking about it over the break. Was there going to be a caution again? Are they going to make it on gas? I think this. We don't know for sure.
This is the fate. This is.
This could be.
This is very ominous.
This could be the race-winning move right here.
This is very ominous if you're Doodle right now, because you're just like.
I mean, all he'll theoretically have to do if it is fuel is just take fuel. So he should be able to come back out and stay with this pack.
Because he's only got 4 laps on that anyway, and they're not giving him tires. They're packing that thing. I think he might actually have an issue. I'm not sure.
That may be a problem. He's not going.
That's not good.
No.
Yeah, he's not moving at all.
Something more than we thought there. We thought it'd be a strategy call on gas. Obviously something.
But it's not.
And that's a bummer, because that's the first Team Kate Upton car to have issues.
And you know, that didn't look it didn't look like anything came out of the car. Maybe that's just something so minor, but it can cause something so big to happen that just, that's
Angel
a shame.
to the lead. Angel to the 4.
Yeah, for all we know, maybe the car is still running. It's stalled or something. I mean,
now,
who knows?
Maybe have an issue with fuel pickup.
One thing we need to keep track of. There's only 2 female drivers on the lead lap right now. One of them's leading.
We've never had a female.
She could be the first female to win an oval race.
37 car drops out, broken header. 25th place will drop a bit further down the running order. So that's a
it's a silver wing.
So we lost our first Team Kate Upton car and our first KANS car now. So
Did it say what was wrong with it?
Does not say what's wrong with the 21 yet, but the header. Oh. There was a header on the 37 silver wing.
Goofy Tyler moving to the bottom now.
But he did have damage. Don't forget that. He had damage, but then again, the 00 has been off pace with no damage, so I don't know. I'd be a little worried
Endurance racing at its best right now. Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah,
a little
things
worried
are
if I
starting to
were
catch up a
any
little bit.
any car with Pepsi on it.
Yeah.
I'd be a little worried.
Yeah,
if I'm in
because
this front pack.
those cars are set up so identical, and they've acted like it. So that's not good if you're Team Kate Upton.
Could a Pontiac pull this thing off? I mean, we're getting down to it. If you're here, you've got a very realistic chance. Here's Smurfy Bug starting to charge back now. We were talking about it.
To finish first, must first finish.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he had his. He's by far one of the fastest cars out there, at least in the first half of the race. He's still one of the strongest cars there. But he hung back, and now he's starting to make his way back up. I think he might fall back again and try and make a charge at the end. I think this might be the experimental run. NASCAR fan leads another lap.
This is starting to pick up. A lot of fan favorites in this group right now.
Oh yeah, both Hardy and my picks. Well, Hardy's pick is in the second group, but my pick is up here is Goofy Tyler. Of course, Scuderia Lucas out on lap 7. That's Trove's pick.
Oh my pick in the first crash.
Yeah, there's
GG.
Amaterasu. And this is still a valid. And Amaterasu has damage. The 60 has damage.
Yeah.
31, I think, probably got caught up behind a lap car. This is still a valid strategy, because if this lead pack all crashes, you've got a top 10 finish that just plays into your hands. NASCAR
now we're looking at
needs
Angel.
another lap.
Angel carrying the female banner right now.
Oh yeah.
Still in with a shout.
3 wide for the lead. Here comes Whitetail. Lots of help from the 11.
Yeah, inside line with a lot of momentum there.
He tried to dive to the top, and now he just
Oh, he's gonna get stuck in the middle. 3 wide again.
Not a great
3
move.
wide, 3.
Oh, but it looks like the middle's
back.
gonna get some help here, though.
I think Bambi might get a little
Yeah,
bit of help.
they
Whitetail
just
might get
abandoned.
some.
They just abandoned the outside.
Inside line with the run. Now the only Dodge in the field is at the front. Dustone. Who would have thought in 1 year he'd make this much of an improvement? He's there. Smurfy
Ooh, that
Bug's
was
back.
close.
Here's Angel.
Angel.
Welcome to Daytona, guys.
103
Oh,
laps
they're
in,
gonna
we say that now.
Ooh. That angle.
Angel
made it
is
look like it's too wide.
Angel is no longer holding back. She's moving.
Can you blame her? She's been hanging back all day. This is her best. This is the closest she's really been.
Go. Time to go. Time to go.
She's led laps, but this is really the closest she's been to being. We saw what Nass did in that car. He led like 3 straight laps, because they're running out of cars.
Yeah. No kidding. We're down to 20.
I mean, this is like a record high for a restrictor plate, but we're running out of cars. 3 wide there. Angel to the bottom. Help from
She's got help.
25. Everybody. Help from everybody. Check that. Goofy Tyler's there now. See,
She's gonna shuffle. I think she's voluntarily letting these people go. Like, she moved up voluntarily. Just like, yeah.
I think she knows what she's got, and I think she's trying to hang back. Hang in this pack. Not hang back, but hang
She's
in
trying.
the
She's
pack.
trying to time it. She's trying to time it now. She's doing these last second timings. Just
'Cause
how many laps is it going to take me to get up there?
I think NASCAR
And
fans
it's about
probably,
3 laps.
I think
It's about 3 laps.
Goofy Tyler, Smurfy Bug, and NASCAR fan are probably the only 3 cars that could actually take the lead and hold it yet today. I think everybody else is going to have to time it perfect.
Yeah, I think that's what Angel's been doing. She's just been timing it. Whitehill, I think, learned a valuable lesson. If you're going to make a move, you got to make it quick. You can't stall out in a lane.
But that's not Whitetail. Whitetail's a very methodical driver, and you know, he can be sporadic if he needs to. I think
so Angel up high.
That inside line is stacked.
This entire group is stacked.
This whole
this entire group is.
This whole field is stacked.
So this is.
Boy, oh boy,
this is
it's
crazy.
getting
Looks like
interesting
Nas
now.
might
just
be.
gonna have to.
Oh, what a block
Think
attempt
about-
by Derwinning.
Oh,
Oh, this is not gonna work. I'll quote the one and only Jaden Thurlow. Oh, we can't keep running like this.
Yeah.
We can't hold
man.
it like this.
He's got to get back down to the bottom if he wants to hold it. He's not
Look,
gonna.
Smurfy
That's
Bug to the
Smurfy
front.
Bug back to the
Major
lead.
Run.
You know, we waited so long for this, and this is what it comes down to. What an amazing
And
group for-
immediately gonna pull up out of the line. I don't understand why. I don't understand it.
I think
they're all
everyone's
timing.
timing this.
They're
Everyone's
timing
trying
it.
the timing.
Everybody's
Everyone's
trying to.
Everyone's trying to keep Nas and Goofy Tyler back, so that way they can't lead. They can't start
They can't
running the
forget
train.
about Angel, because there she goes.
Everyone's trying to keep the train turning, and at the same time they're trying to time this. Like, okay, how many laps can we get? How many laps can we get?
I think
This
some
is an
people-
active test right now.
I think some people are
You just-
actually thinking, how long does it take for somebody that leads a
Yeah.
lap to get back to the lead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I tell you,
right now we're
that's-
finding out it'd be 4 laps for Angel this time, and she's got help.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's the great thing with watching Angel is that she, even if she doesn't have the best car, she has the talent to work her way through this field.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she's led a lap again, so that's about 4 laps that time.
Let's not ignore this second pack here. Rain still in the vicinity and on the way, but it should miss us. Unless a pop-up happens, we should be good. 5 cars back here. They're biding their time. I don't blame them for thinking something's going to happen, but is there really a point where you have to stop hanging back and just go for it?
Yeah,
If you crash if you crash at this point, the worst you're going to finish is 28th. And we're getting to that point where even the cars that are still running, you can't finish worse than them.
I think I see where the strategy is going. I think everyone's going. It's possible that you can get caught up in something up until turn 4.
Please stay high. Wow.
Boy, oh boy.
And truly train.
See here
Oh,
we got. Oh wow,
moved up.
Bambi, huge run. I'm telling you what, that 11
nowhere
car.
to go.
But Angel's got the clearance. Angel's
I
got the
want
clearance.
I would want that 11 car behind me because he's been giving a lot of people huge runs. It's
But
like
he's
70
but he just got capped. The entire inside line
Yeah.
just rocked. Okay.
Angel, Niku, RCB, the lapped car. There goes Goofy Tyler. There goes Smurfy Bug. Some of the strongest cars right there.
The strongest cars of that group, I think, arguably, minus NASCAR fan, the strongest cars just walked away.
Yep. Because the
That is
77,
bad news.
77 is not holding
77
a
and the 10.
line.
The 77 and the 10, both
Race
of them right
stewards
there.
have
That's
just
what
won.
hurt.
The race.
That's
Race stewards have just given the 77 the blue flag. We'll see. if
that's what hurt. That's what hurt is because you had 3 lanes of
they're
traffic
gone,
and you
man.
had 2
They're
lap cars.
gone.
You had 2 lap cars and they
Well,
covered the 2
yeah.
upper lanes.
You see, and Jordan, he did actually a good job there. He got to the bottom, stayed to the bottom, and then when the
Yeah,
outside
like
line
he stayed-
passed, he went to the
he
middle.
stayed in the middle.
Boy,
He
this
stayed
is
in the
killing
middle.
Nas. Nas's race is pretty much over there.
Like what happened is that Jordan went to the middle, stayed in the middle, the inside line got away, and then he moved down low. Whereas, yeah,
They're gonna
ugh,
need another lap car. If another lap car comes through, they should be okay. But I'm worried
that's
about the 9 and the 80 and the 11.
they've just been walked on. Ugh, that's
And
gutting.
we knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
We knew it was gonna happen.
Ugh.
Look at the 80 car. He's not lifting anymore.
Yeah, and I think it's going to continue happening until they start putting
Yeah.
the hammer down on these lap cars
Nas-
going everywhere.
NASA's finally going. It's time to stop.
It's time to
think-
stop.
And I think we're seeing that. You know, you saw Angel there. It was getting a little hairy for that inside line.
He's
But
led-
they're like,
And
we're
now
not
she's leading
lifting.
consecutive laps. Now
And
she's
it-
leading consecutive laps.
And it comes to that point that, you know, the worst you're going to finish is 29th, 28th. Actually, scratch that, 27th, because that 21 car is not going to get rolling, I don't think. The absolute worst you can finish right now is 27th. You've got to go for it. It's the Daytona 400. And like we were saying, you can't think about points.
Points only matter if you're leading.
Exactly. And the 27th place is something you can easily recover from, especially on race
Yeah.
1.
So 2x2 now. Smurfy Bug and Niku on the inside, Angel and Goofy Tyler on the outside.
Next lap
That
cars,
outside line looks pretty nice.
the next lap
Amaterasu.
on the backstretch.
Ooh. I don't think they'll catch him, but
By the end of the race, they will, I think, unless pit stops happen.
Oh yeah, we can't forget about the possibility of pit stops.
Looks like
Oh,
Mass
so many
and
variables.
these three. Let's speed trap. We'll check the speed traps on all these packs here. We got 201, very slow there. 205, these guys will catch them. And then they've already pretty much catched them. And then 200 in the corner. Now, these guys are running 190, so I think they'll catch them for sure.
This is so scary.
We know for sure they'll catch the 2 car. At least.
Oh, yeah.
Goofy Tyler there on the bottom all by himself, but not really falling back.
He's gonna clear Angel here, and Angel just again, just from the lead
Angel-
to the back.
Angels.
Of
It's
4
also
cars.
good. I know,
because
probably testing.
because that
Yeah, I
second
know.
group's starting to come back up now. Angel's acting more of a vessel. Like, okay, let's throw some more variables in this, because what she did last time worked amazing. Now you're gonna have 3 cars, not the 2.
Heck, guys, I think that these 3 might actually catch up a little bit. They're not as far off as I thought. They're coming out of 4 here. They're entering 4. I figured these guys be out for the count. I mean, maybe not.
And we saw earlier in the race Bambi and Ness working together in the same exact, positioning right
They
there,
were
and they
tandem drafting,
huge
man.
head, so fast, huge head of steam.
Well, they're going
Yeah.
200 flat in the corners here. These guys are going 203 behind them. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
So Angel back to the front, I believe. Yep.
Yep.
Well, was.
Yeah. She can't keep doing this test run. It'll be genius if it works, but it'll be stupid if she doesn't win this.
I think it's one of those things where she's not going to aggressively block. She wants to at least make it to the finish.
There's a point, though,
that's the
you've
thing.
got to turn the intensity switch on, and you've got to start blocking.
Yeah,
This isn't it,
even
though.
still,
This isn't it, though.
but even
you
still,
still
it's
got
like it's
16
not even
left.
really like blocking. I mean, I've seen a lot of these guys moving up the track once they clear the outside.
Yeah, I mean, look at the
But if they
20
just
right
stay
there.
on the bottom,
Look at the 20. He was blocking there, and it worked. I mean,
all they really got to do is stay right on the bottom, and they'd be okay.
these guys
16 to go.
These three, they're gaining a little bit. Will they catch them in time? I have no idea.
If they catch that lap traffic, I believe they will.
Lap cars
Never
are
say never.
lap cars are all the way in 3 and 4, or excuse me, 1 and 2. So it's getting closer.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close. This is going to be crazy. Oh,
And if they catch 'em-
actually, I think something that might be important to note here. If we are short on fuel, Angel might be dropping back to save a little bit
That's true.
without having to
That's true.
without having to completely hold back. That's,
See, now that's the
there's a
issue
lot of
that's
variables
plaguing-
with this.
That's the issue that's plaguing the 9 and the 80 and the 11. They've got a flat foot all the way. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
They can't hold up.
for the most part, they've been pretty. Yeah, it looks like the 11 is peeking out, get a little bit of air. That 9, I'm worried he's going to blow up. Because he's been right there on the 80 for about 10 laps.
With 15 to go, don't worry about it. Just go. Just go.
Yeah, I know,
go,
not
go,
worry
go.
about it, but it could bring out
You
a
know, and
caution.
it's
we
it's like earlier, unlike earlier where they were like full on like tandem hooked right up. And there is a bit of a gap here, so I'm not, I'm thinking he is getting some air, but maybe just you are right that maybe he still probably has
Yeah.
the possibility of blowing it up if
Now
he does
it's
it
not
too
it's
long.
not so much the I need to watch my temps. There's a couple laps to go. It's the if a caution comes out within 5 to go, we don't have an overtime.
Yeah, it could end okay. And to explain the
that's-
rules, if it starts with if a caution comes out with 4 to go, the race is over. If it comes out with 5 to go, we can go green with 1 to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if it comes out on lap 150, if it comes out going on to 156,
It's over.
it's over.
And there's so many things going on here. I think once you hit lap 150, you got to go. You can't wait. You can't do this cycling around anymore because it'll take you a couple laps to get to the front, and if a caution comes out, you've got to be at the front.
You've got to
All
be up front.
hell.
You've got to be close.
All hell's going to break loose coming to 150.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be absolute insanity, and it's going to be, I think, a lot
Oh,
of.
the B-man's in the pit lane. Is this a stop or is this
Is
another
this
failure?
an issue? Is Team K up then beginning to get picked off one by one?
You see, well, no, I'm thinking it's scheduled because you see Jordan in the pits here. We'll see if they jack the car out. The 21's still in the pit lane. He's not going to be able to gain any positions or lose any now. He's 22 laps down. Look at that. Gas and go for
Just
25.
fuel.
So they're not going to make it on fuel. At least
Joe
those that have
Farty,
been
you were
trying
right.
to run up front the entire time. Those that have been trying to run up front cannot do it.
I don't think somebody might win this thing just by pulling an absolute Alexander Rossi.
Angel might be that Alexander
I don't think
Rossi.
Angel would either. I don't think Angel could.
I don't know. That's the thing. Is that
Like, there's been, I don't know who it was, but I noticed there was a car running at the back like that whole run behind that first pack.
Reshram is one of
Yeah,
those
it
that was
was
running
Reshram.
back there.
And the caution's out. The caution flag is flown.
And this changes everything.
And where is the issue? Is it another
Again.
phantom caution? Because
Oh, don't tell me it's another Phantom.
Oh no!
now has this.
If you just pit, you are done.
I don't know.
Not if you're
If you just got out, I think you might have
if
made
you
it.
just got fuel and you didn't go a lap down, you are in the catbird. You're in the seat right now, man.
You're if
I think
if the
Team
B-man
Kate
if the
Upton
B-man
car-
came out ahead of the leader, he's fine. And
He
he's
did. I think he did. He's 39 seconds down, right with the 00 car. He is good.
He can stay out here, whereas everyone
However,
else.
oh,
The 31,
Team
I
Kate
think,
Upton
may have just
played
gotten
it
by.
beautifully.
The 31 got by on the skin of his teeth too.
Oh, this changes.
Well, actually, no. I think
absolutely
31 did
everything.
get lapped.
Hold on, who got lapped?
31 car. He took 2 tires instead of just gas, and it.
Oh,
boy.
man.
I don't see damage anywhere. We'll go back and check it if we can, but I.
Looks
don't...
like it's a phantom caution because
Yep.
no one's moving.
Wow. Look
Well, no one's not moving.
Look at the Goofy Tyler.
Miku stayed out.
Stays out. RCB. Smurf.
Well,
but
RCB's
these
a lap
guys are
down.
definitely confident in their race cars. A lot of people stayed out.
Ooh.
I think they think with this caution they can save enough,
Ooh.
which I think they might. Angel obviously didn't think she had enough.
If Angel pit and she was on a very interesting strategy,
Now,
if
now
she
here's
pit,
the thing.
you've got to be a
Here's
little bit
the thing.
nervous.
Here's the thing with this. I feel like the lapped cars are the incentive for some of these guys staying out. Because they know that inside line is going to be an absolute cluster. NASCAR fan and Skython know better than anybody that that's an absolute cluster. And I think that's what happened.
I don't know. Then you see people like
Well,
Angel
now,
and
here's-
Tyler.
Here's the question, though. Now I don't know if I've never had much experience with this here game, but do they actually follow the rule of if it's within 10 to go that the lap cars go to the rear?
Yes, actually, yes, you're right. Yep, you're correct. So, never mind what I said there. Oh boy. We'll take one more quick commercial break and bring you to the finish here for the 2016 Daytona 400. Things are just heating up.
As the VRR Straight Talk IndyCar Series prepares to broadcast the final leg of the season, mark your calendars for the upcoming events only on VRR Network.
Welcome back to the Daytona International Speedway, where things are just now heating up, and we have more cars dropping into the pit lane second time by. Now, as we just returned with a handful of laps to go, the caution came out for debris, and we've got another group of cars here. I guess they thought they could, excuse me, they think they could make it, and figured out that it wouldn't work. So, because a lot of these guys are lead lap as far as I know. Yeah, they're lead lap cars, and oh no, yes, they're all lead lap cars. So
There's a decent amount of lead lap cars. There's a lot of lap down cars that came in, but there's a decent amount of. You think about the 11 and, yeah,
well,
with
I
the
don't
11.
know, though. The 76 all the way back to the
Have not pit.
25.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand. I mean,
Well, the 25 10
the 25
he
pit under
and
green.
got
I'm
lucky.
just saying.
He got lucky.
Everybody between here, I don't know. I think the 31 might still be on the lead lap. I think no, he is a lapped car, so it's the. They don't drop them to the back, but they stay where they're at. So.
Oh, okay.
But a
Which
lot of
could
the slow
prove-
cars.
Which could prove
Actually, no.
dangerous for everybody who pit.
Yeah, I mean,
It
also
could be dangerous. It could be dangerous, or it could be a godsend because
I also think it'll be really helpful rather than them being right on the bottom, because I think that everyone who ever gets stuck behind them can just drop down below them.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I'm referring to the immediate start, the immediate launch. I think that might pose an issue to the first couple of cars here.
Ah.
If that
And I guess-
happens, it will allow these first 6. Check that, first 7
I
or
don't-
8 to break away.
I don't think the top 6 can make it. They might. If they
I
do,
think
they're
this
gonna
caution-
run out on the way back to the pit.
I think this caution is what may have done it. We'll see. Oh no, here they come now. So
Oh, this changes
everybody realized that they couldn't make it.
everything. And the B-man's leading.
Yep, the B-man's gonna. Nope. Yeah. Yep. And Goofy Tyler.
B-man,
Hey,
Goofy Tyler,
hey.
Angel, Rush Ram, and then
Now what I
Bambi.
wonder is why do they all come in at different times?
Because
They
they
wanna-
might be filling up differently.
They might.
Whereas
I honestly think.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. I would have just pit up once and gambled on the gaining.
Look at that.
Uh,
Out of the
position.
dirt. I think that might be to try and keep it as least congested as possible. I have no idea though that if everybody ran that same strategy, I could get if a couple cars, I could get it, but to have every driver come down the pit,
I guess there might be the idea that if you pit as late as possible, then you're going to have at least a little less weight in the car from the fuel. I don't see how how this small little gap of laps is going to mean much.
boy, I
But-
don't know, but I am
know.
excited to figure it out.
Now,
I think
I tell you what, I hate to be that guy, but my trends show that we are very likely to have a crash in the last 10 laps.
oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. This
for
is
sure.
this is
And-
going to be an absolute cluster.
But this
You
is
know
where
how I
racing
like-
back,
you know
this is
how
where
I
the
was-
racing back to the line is a very nice thing to have.
And you know me, I like my trends.
But this is the deal. We race back to the line in this series. So even if a caution comes out, you'll know the race is over at this point. If a yellow, you might get a 2-lap restart if we have one immediately come out. But your spotter is going to be shouting in your ear, yellow's out, race back, go now. I think if one car spins and we have a caution flag come out or there's a debris on the track or
There's
whatever,
going to be a big wreck.
all hell is going to break loose. They will be below the yellow line. There is an encouragement to not go below the yellow. There is no rule that says you can't. We saw Sparky Tooth do it at Talladega. Didn't get him the win, but it got him some positions. Looks like they're still
Lights
trying
are
to
off on
sort
the
out.
pace car.
Still trying to figure things out here. Pace car is off. 8 laps to decide a winner at Daytona. Green flag is out. All the people going around those lap cars now. Oh boy.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Oh boy.
And look who's right up at the front. The 25 car.
With that perfect,
B-man.
this could be the perfect pit stop right there, but he's got, why is he slotting down? Oh, I think he knows the 2's going to fade up. I think they know the 2 car is going to try and fade up, perhaps. I don't know. There goes Goofy Tyler there with the 25. Goofy Tyler to the bottom.
Of course.
3 wide for the lead. One of them's not even in contention. Here we go. There's Whitetail. You can't count him out either. 31 car. A lapped car, but not off the pace by any means. Here comes the lap traffic through everybody. Cars are scattering left and right as we're going to come to 7 to go. Oh, dear. No way we're going to make it back.
Can't hold it like this.
They can't. Goofy Tyler to the front, though. Could he win after a season of second places? Boy, it'd just be a capitalization, wouldn't it? To win the Daytona 400 after a wild season with not being able to get the W, but the 9 and the 25. I don't think the 9 cars let a lap all day.
No, he led earlier.
3-car
Yeah, he let a
breakaway
lap.
at the front. 6 to go at the line. Lap traffic, all clear. Except for the
Mostly.
2 cars, the only one they got to worry about now. They'll have time still, I think.
9 cars right there within a shout of winning this race if something happens. And then you've got this pack right here, which once they get past the 2, can catch right back up.
Oh boy.
Reaching the point of no return.
Well, Skype, don't fail us now.
We are on event horizon. There you go. Everybody but Jock. Everybody but Jock and GT Racer, and Jock's already a lap down. They stay high. Here we go. 5 laps to settle the Daytona 400.
It's
if we have a
freezing up
caution,
really bad now.
If we have a caution, that's it. No going back.
Okay, now it's acting a little bit better.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it was freezing. It froze up really bad there for a second.
Is it okay?
That's okay. I guess I'm seeing things now, but it's just we'll try.
Okay. We are in turn 3. Harsk, Angel to the front. The rest of the pack is there. They all have enough to make it to the end. No lap traffic is going to be caught. The only thing that's
caution comes out, it's over.
If the caution comes out, that's it. Still green.
And Angel's going to lead.
Right now,
Possibly.
she passes Harsk with help from Whitetail. Reshiram, the rookie. Can he win it? There he goes to the bottom.
But Whitetail's been following Angel for a while.
Yeah.
Whitetail's going to be very loyal.
Oh, man. I don't know.
He's cleared rush from. They're going to move down.
Yeah, they come back down. 3 laps to go at the line. 3 out of the 14 Kate Upton cars and a line on the bottom.
If you are Angel right now, you are looking in your rear and you're praying that Whitetail just stays there. You're praying that Whitetail helps out.
Reshiram. Is he going to get help? They've got to get out of that 3 wide if they're going to give any help to those 3 cars out front. BK Glover blocking like a
Whitetail
maniac.
to the top.
Wow, 11 car with a run.
11 car has been getting great runs all day. Reshiram by the 9.
Ooh.
Gonna be 2 to go. Can they make it back?
Harsh trying to do something. Harsh cupping Whitetail. Not Reshiram, Skython.
Still
out there.
green.
It's like, oh, okay, there it goes.
2 laps to go.
Oh my goodness.
Angel's got to be thinking, uh-oh, I have the rookie behind me now.
We've got the 24 going 3 wide. Can Jaji win? Still green. If they make it to the white flag, they'll make it to the finish.
I haven't talked about him at all today. And here he is.
Here he comes. If they make it to the line, we'll go green to the end. Jordan is pretty much the only lap car to worry about. Here we go. Jaji to the bottom. Can Angel win it?
Story come true.
Oh,
Possibly.
boy. Do they make it back? There's a move to the bottom by Jaji. White flag. 1 more lap at Daytona. Angel led the last
Angel's
lap.
going to get the help first.
Will they make it back?
NASCAR fan there, pushing on the bottom. He's trying to think about going to the middle. Smurfy Bug.
Smurfy Bug has a chance.
He's been the strongest car all day. Can he bring it home? RCB to the bottom. Smurfy Bug trying to go to the bottom. Now they're in the middle. Smurfy Bug going to have the preferred line there, but NASCAR fan going to be on the very bottom. RCB, a lapped car.
This could be a 3 wide for the finish.
3 wide. Checkered flag going to be coming out this time by NASCAR fan to the front with a push from Dustone. Checkered flag going to be in the air. RCB, the lap car contact. NASCAR fan, 1400 wins the Daytona 400.
That's incredible.
How about that?
That was.
And they made it
3
back
wide.
in one piece too.
Angel with the top 5. Led the white flag.
Believable.
teammate finishes first.
NASCAR fan 1400 won his duel and wins the Great American Race. Unbelievable.
And that was earned. That was earned.
I thought Smurfy Bug was going to have it. And RCB...
Smurfy Bug should have. Smurfy Bug should have. RCB just had his nose there.
I think RCB is going to have a ride next year. That's for sure. Unbelievable.
Absolutely crazy.
We finish in one piece, too. We'll give you...
NASCAR fan, Dust Stone. Whoa.
Now they bring the cars in for an inspection before anything happens. So NASCAR fans in for inspection before the donuts. Some contact here.
NASCAR fan.
These guys are friends. They're giving each other some pushes here.
Smurfy Bug, Jaji, Angel top 5, SPX as you see on the side of your screen, the B-Man, Whitetail, Rushroom, after being a part of the big one, finishing 9th, Jaragini rounding up the top 10. Look at that blanket.
We'll go back and
top
we'll show
14
you.
Within a second.
We'll show you the last lap one more time. Well, not one more. We'll show you it again. The post-race show coming up in a few moments. We got a lot to talk about, don't we?
Absolutely. That was... You think that he could have been involved in that big one.
He could have
been involved in.
And that is why I'm going to go ahead and say Web Root moment of the race, my pick is missing that big one. Him and BK Glover.
Oh yeah. Being able to miss that wreck and then
get
to the front and win.
Now watch this.
That was definitely the move of the race. He sticks there
behind the 12. He thinks about going with Smurfy Bug. I think he realized that he was not going to win if that was the case.
And this is the important thing. He moved up, but so did Duststone. Had Duststone not have moved up, he had no chance.
Duststone was going to go with him. And coming through here, RCB is going to finish on the lead lap. So, boy, he
turns
got wrecked right there. And how about that
almost
finish?
Wrecked him across. That was
unbelievable. And they're slapping the wall off the corner. They're pushing hard, man.
That was absolutely crazy.
That is probably one of the best restrictor plate finishes I've seen in a long time.
I know that everyone watching is going to see it late, but happy 4th of July.
Yeah,
wow.
Happy 4th of July. There were fireworks, there was rain in the area, and look at that, RCB, 45 seconds back, finishes on the lead lap in his first Daytona 400.
20 cars on lead lap. Beautiful.
And we had 27 finish. And the lap cars had nothing to do with the finish, which was great to see. Look at where he's at. Look at where he's at with 1 lap to go. He's running like 10th place.
I feel so good for Angel though. She led the final the 5 laps leading up to that.
Well, they were singled out, and once that second pack caught up, man. Unbelievable.
You know,
when she lost Whitetail, and when Rushroom got picked off, it was just we knew that Jaji had a car to beat.
Unbelievable. Well, we're going to take a very short break, and we'll be back for post-race and more here from Daytona. A crazy finish on a 4th of July weekend. I know it's airing on the 10th, but what a finish to an amazing race. NASCAR fan wins the first race of 2016. We'll be right back with more. Welcome back to the Daytona International Speedway, where the Daytona 400 has just concluded. NASCAR fan 1400 going the wrong direction, but not out of anger, out of joy, as he has just won the race after a grueling 160 laps, and there he goes. There is some rain falling at the moment, so not going to be a whole lot of smoke, but hey, the fans stuck around. the drivers are going through post-race inspection. I think we had a really good finish to the race. Not just, I mean, the finish itself was amazing, but in terms of cars left running and the etiquette on the track, I think it was an amazing race.
Yeah, it was great to see most of the cars running at the finish too. I mean, by most, I mean like more than half the field.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. The fact that we had 3 wide going across the line and we managed to keep it from exploding was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean the stewards may have a safety issue with some burnouts on pit road, but there's no one there.
You see all the fans there making their way to victory lane, and I mean, what a race it's been. I don't think anybody thought, I certainly didn't, that 80 car would be able to go from 10th place to 1st. I mean, we've seen cars go from the front to the back, but I don't think anybody actually went there that quickly.
Yeah, sorry. As I was saying, like, we didn't really see it. We didn't really see people move from the back to the front, like, instant. I mean, I think about it was like 2 laps. Like, he was in the very back, like 2 laps prior, and then he just moved forward.
Wow.
I definitely don't think if anyone had, I don't think they were able to stay up there hardly at all.
No, but he didn't. I don't think Nas knew he didn't need to stay up there. He just needed to get there, and I don't know.
Yeah.
We saw him at the down the back stretch. He looked like he was gonna go and push Smurfy Bug to the win. I think it was at that point he realized, wait a minute, RCB is a lapped car. This is my chance, and he took the opportunity, and it just worked out. And we see him here in victory lane in the race car. It's just absolutely incredible to think, and it's amazing to think that, you can go, when it's really go time, you can really see that some cars that were hanging back a while just shot straight to the front.
Yeah, Zhaji being one of them, Nas being another one. A lot of cars, I think we kind of called it. Is just that there's gonna be some cars that are just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then they just shot to the front like nothing. We hadn't talked about up until the final few laps. We hadn't talked about Zhaji at all, and lo and behold, there it was, and so
again,
close to winning it.
Here we're getting ready to see the Web Root moment of the race being awarded to the 79 and the 80 car of BK Glover and NASCAR Fan 1400 for what you're about to see right here. Look at how close it gets for these two. This is at the big one back on lap 45, and the way that they come in here, you don't think, I mean, everybody around them got wiped out. Look at how close it is right there. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody in front gets wiped out. Everybody behind got wiped out. See the 79 drop down low. You see NASCAR Fan just split his teammate, and Vetman, that 79 went on to finish the race, and the 80, well, we know where he's at. So it just absolutely amazing from both of those guys. That's a great batch of driving, and I think BK Glover really accelerated out of there. And I think if it wasn't for BK accelerating out of there, like just flooring it out of there, I don't think Nas would have been able to get to the throttle. I don't think he would have thought, hey, I gotta go, there's a car sliding behind me. But I don't know. I know me and Trobe certainly agreed on that. I don't know if Hardy had a better implication there, but I think just the way that the race ended and the way everything went, I think that definitely deserves moment of the race.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Had he have not been able to slow up, had he either slowed down too much or not slowed down enough, he wouldn't have had the car to do it. So, yeah, I think definitely the reaction time that both 79 and the 80 have used in that to avoid that definitely led to what we saw today. And I definitely think that it wouldn't have been possible otherwise. I think this race would have been so much different.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you got to hand it to Smurfy Bug, and he drove a fantastic race. There's no doubt in my mind. He had the best car, if not the best car. And I think that for his first ever race to say you finished the Daytona 400 in the top 3, I think he came second. It's just absolutely unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah.
how many people can do their first ever race at Daytona and say I finished in the top 3?
Yeah, not many. Not many at all.
Just unbelievable. And then we thought with the pitting, I mean, I don't know, I doubt that was the game changer for the 80 car, but we saw a lot of people hit the pit lane at different times. He was with that group of drivers that pit at the last second. And there you see the battle for second was a 3 wide for second place. Dustone edging out the 5, but Smurfy Bug still on that podium. So, I mean, you've got an American who wins, you've got an Australian in second, and a Pakistani in third. And you can't count out Jaji there, a great top 5, and Angel getting that 5th place right there at the very end because the Cybertron's a lap down. And look at how close it is through the rest of this field.
Yeah, as I said, the top 14 under a blanket. Absolutely, I think, monumental, especially after what the field went through. Having the top 14 all right there is certainly no small feat.
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, I think that I'm speechless because that finish was so shocking. I had no idea that. And it wasn't just Nas that came from nowhere. Angel was she led that last lap, that next to last lap, but when it came out of turn 4, or came out of turn 2, she was like where that 0 car is right there at the back, very back of the pack, and she slingshotted her way back up there. I mean, look at all the fans here. They definitely got treated to a good show.
Yeah. No question in my mind. That was well worth the wait.
That was a fantastic finish.
And now doing some cleaning up here, you know, we awarded the Web Root Move of the Race. We have awarded our Red Bull Pull Award at the beginning. I mean, my goodness. It's just absolutely incredible. And just look at all those cars that crossed the line with no damage. And the fact that they got it across the line in one piece. It really shows how much of a step up we've all taken, that these drivers have taken in the past year. I don't think there was any way this finish would have been possible if it was the driver talent that we had in the first season.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
And, of course, we saw NASCAR fan pull into victory lane. He celebrated in the rain. It is pouring right now at Daytona International Speedway. So we had just beaten the rain, and that is... I think Mother Nature was on our side today as well for once.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good to see. It's good to see that we were able to get the entire race under one going. It wasn't like we had to wait and wait and wait. We got it going, and
yeah, we had one red
Mother
flag.
Nature.
We had one red flag all day, and it was for the big one. So
Big one.
And, you know, looking at the final, bringing up the final leaderboard once again here, you've got NASCAR fan taking home the win, and then Dustone, Smurfy Bug, Jaji, Angel, we already mentioned all of them there. SVX, how about that? Good finish for the Honda in 6th place. Then you had the B-Man, Whitetail, great finish for him. Reshiram. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean,
The rookie caught up in the early wreck. Still came home with a strong finish.
he almost had the race win, too. He was running as high as 2nd place with about a lap and a half to go. And it just shows how quickly stuff changes. NASCAR fan was running like 10th. He wins. Reshiram running like 2nd, back to 9th. You got the 30 of Jared Geeney just rounding out that top 10. Got Harsk, Goofy Tyler coming 12th. I honestly thought he would have been a lot more of a threat in that last lap, but I think he got pinned on that outside line, and there was nothing he really could have done.
Yeah, I agree with that.
looking back even further now, of course, you have the 11 of Skython and the Dodge Dart. He had some amazing potential today. I would definitely be paying attention to him when we go to Talladega and Armory.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, there's no doubt in my mind he's going to be a contender. Not just at the restrictor plates. I mean, I can see him being a potential threat for the championship for sure. And this is also the point standings. So then you have the 20 of Durr winning. You have BK Glover, good for him to get a top 15. He had a good run. Of course, he also sharing that web route move of the race with NASCAR fan. Niku Driver HC, 16th. Suzumiya had damage all day, but rallies back for a top 20. That, you cannot complain about that. Get the 22, GT Racer 22, his first ever start, gets a top 20. One of his best friends on the track there, Gran Turismo 916, his second 400, he brings it home in one piece. And Amaterasu coming home and rounding out the top 20. And the last car that was running on the lead lap, 45 seconds back because he was in front of NASCAR fan, RCB. And a great run for him, and of course rolling back through the rest, you can see, as we've already mentioned, we've got the Cybertron, who was a lap down. Jacques P. 22 with a good rally. You've got CUNY Kenoshita, who held on for a top 25. You've got TBW HHS, Jordan, the webmaster, with a top 30. And Samurai 8 Juice, the last car running, but still brings it home 27th. And of course the 21 car stuck in the pit lane, 37 dropping an engine of Silverwing. You've got the 87 of Quiet Girl, also dropped the engine. You've got the 53 Tired Iron, all these guys here wiped out in the big one. And I mean, I don't think that race could have gone much better.
Now, did we ever figure out what happened to the 21 car?
We never did. There was never anything. He just, I guess it died, and they just, I'm not sure. The only way we would know is if we asked him later on. But of course, there's a lot of drivers and fans that have either the drivers have made their way all back to the motor coaches, and all the fans are either in the parking lot, on the Budweiser party porch in the infield, or in Victory Lane. So, I mean, I think our job is done, and I know the wait was a very long one, but I think we did it in probably the best way we could. We got it done professionally, and I think it's been a hell of a lot of fun up here in the booth with you guys.
Yep. I absolutely agree. I think, as I said earlier, it's well worth the wait. Amazing crew to do it with. Skype permitting. You know, I can't really complain. You know, we did it, and we're underway, and the hardest part is out of the way.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, I've been saying it over and over and over and over and over again. Once we jump the Daytona 400 hurdle, it's going to be smooth sailing from here, and that's for sure. And after this, I wanted to go do Watkins Glen. But there's only so much time in a day. I want to thank you guys again for joining me in the booth. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. Remember, the next two races on our calendar is the iHeart New York 125 at Watkins Glen, and shortly after that is the MAV TV 350 at Auto Club. So some very nice races to start off the season. Any final words before we sign off?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, same. It's been a pleasure. I mean, we struggled to get it off and going, but once we got it going, it was fantastic, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of it.
I don't think I could think of two better memeable commentators to be with. So, right.
Well,
that's right. You're memeable.
It certainly was a fantastic race. I think that the fans and the drivers definitely got what they were waiting for, and I can't wait for Watkins Glen and the races shortly after that. But you know what? That'll do it for Daytona. That's a wrap. Finally, I thought I'd never get the words out of my mouth to say that, but we are gonna. That's gonna be a day here at Daytona, and as the rain is pouring, thunderstorms on the way. We said at the beginning of the race there would be thunderstorms, and it'd be in forms of 800 horsepower engines, but they're on their way now. So the celebration, the hat dance down there in Victory Lane, might have to move to the media center. So stay tuned to this channel. Subscribe for the rest of the season. Also subscribe to NASCAR Do 1400 Race TV. Also, if you enjoy the commentary here, be sure to subscribe to Virtual Reality Racing for the IndyCar series that's going on over there. And just again, thanks everybody for watching. Stay tuned to GT Planet for more info and just press conferences from drivers and all that good stuff. And until next time, I'll see you all at Watkins Glen. And thanks again, Hardy and Trobes, for joining me in the booth. I think it's been nothing short of a success.
I agree. Thank you.
We'll see you all next time from New York. Thanks again for watching. Here, signing off from Daytona.